Hi, Mia. I'm doing an impromptu. So I thought I would just do this for a little bit before I had some errands. And we just had a thunderstorm. So we just had a big thunderstorm come through. And it's so nice out. The sky's turning blue. Everything's wet. My garden is watered. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Teresa. So I thought I'd come on for about an hour, maybe two. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, B. So I started I've had this journal for a while, but I've started working in it. Hi, Anne. So I just pulled out some stuff that I could use. Plus, I had to have a thumbnail. I got some new books. Thank you, Paula, for enabling. So I got that. Working on a new journal. Yeah. So there we go. Hi, Skinny. Skinny cat. So hope everybody's having a good week. Had a good week. Friday, fabulous Friday, as Julie would call. I didn't tell my mods I was coming on. I just said, let me just go ahead and go live. So got some juice, some coffee, got a little setup. Takes a little setting up. Hey Cheryl, what's everybody working on today? Hi, Painty Girl. Painty Girl's been doing some videos. If y'all don't follow Painty Girl there. Let's see, Priscilla. I'm trying to see who else came in. Trying to get my voice going. Y'all, the first person I talked to since Hubster left work, and I didn't talk a lot with him, so I gotta get my voice going. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Let's see. It's hi to Mia. Hi, Artful Dabbler, Tori. Can y'all hear me okay? Bueller. Oh, thanks, Tori. So anyway, yeah, just enjoying my long weekend, starting vacation. Okay, good, Priscilla. Yeah. Hubster had a little time off with all the shutdown and everything, but he's been back at work for a while. And so yeah, don't know what else is new here. Thanks everybody that went and watched my interview with the comic book hut. The comic book hut. Here come cats. And thanks for going over there and subbing to Hut. Sorry guys, I gotta get my voice rolling here. And if you didn't see my interview over there yet, it's at the Comic Book Hut on YouTube. And yeah, it was fun. I know I talked his head clean off. I did. It was more like, okay, here, so let's talk about art and let's do it. You know how I am when I get excited. So, but I had a good time. Yeah, I got my cranberry juice and I got my hot coffee. Hi, Mary. Mary, I saw you weren't streaming, so I said, well, if Mary's not streaming, let me come on. And don't you stream tonight though, Mary, as like your regular time? I mean, you have lots of regular times, like at 4:00 in the morning. But I mean, don't you stream on a Friday night stream? I think Mary streams on as a regular time on our Friday night. I think. So, hi Terry L. Good to see you. Mary has been doing. Have you posted them on Instagram, Mary? Mary's been doing dog drawings. They're so good, Mary. I mean, she just goes in there and just does. Oh, they're so cute too. She gives them such personality. I don't know if she's posted them. I don't know if she's on Instagram. Yeah, you're on Instagram, aren't you, Mary? Yeah, where am I been seeing? I know I see your stuff on Facebook. Okay, yeah. So Mary's Friday at 7:30 Central, so that'd be 8:30 Eastern time, which that's the time zone I'm in is Eastern. So Mary streams on Friday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. I thought that was regular time. Okay, let me go over here to Instagram and see if you're over here, Mary. Oh, Judy, Just Judy. She always pops up. Look at Just Judy. If you don't follow Just Judy, the number 4U, just let me turn my lighting down on my. Let me turn the lighting down just a little. Look at that. Look at Just Judy does some. She does a drawing like this almost every day. Look at that. There's Just Judy. She just popped up, so let me like that. Let me find search for Mary. See if she has her dogs. There she is. I thought I followed. Yeah. Okay, look, guys. Mary has been doing the cutest little dogs. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one is named Abby. I know it's a little hard to see. She's been painting them on her show. Look, there's Piper. They're so cute, Mary. They all have such little personalities. Belle and Tinker. Look how cute they are. So good, Mary. They have look at the little love in the eyes. Look at that. I love that, Mary. Oh my gosh. So y'all go follow Mary. The Marriottier. You're working on Henry now? Okay, I'll have to check that out. So she's been doing that, and yeah. So y'all follow Mary and watch her at 8:30 Eastern, and she is the Mary Meratalier. Well, you're so sweet, Mary. You trust me. You got enough. You got all the inspiration. You got the inspiration in your butt too, Mary. Because if y'all don't know, my motto is 99% of inspiration is in your butt. You gotta just sit down and do it. Mary's got a lot of inspiration. I mean, not she has a big butt. Mary's a tiny little thing. I don't mean that. I mean, Mary sits down. Mary sits down and gets crack-a-lacking. Oh my gosh. Mary has a lot of inspiration in her butt. Okay, painting girl. But anyway, so hi, Nanette. Anybody else I missed? So yeah, so I just pulled out some paints here just to, I have this tray here. I do have, I have all my Americana Deco Art Craft paints right here. But I got all these Jane Davenport ones on clearance at Michael's. And then I have some of these are older. I have some old Goldens here I haven't used in a while. Some old here's some more. These are, heavy body acrylics, which if you're going to do pencil work, that can be a little problematic because they usually have a shiny, whoops, let me go this way. They usually have a shiny binder in some of the more expensive artist grade. But anyway, and so I never bought, I'll tell you this about the Jane paints. They're awesome. I never bought these because I didn't think pencil would work on top of them. I thought they were going to be like the heavy body acrylics that have like a sheen to them. And you don't want a sheen to your acrylic paints if you want to do colored pencil on top. So I never bought these. Because I thought, they got that sheen to them. I bought every single color they had. So I never bought them because thinking that they had that sheen. Well, come to find out, once I bought them on clearance, they were marked down to like $3. They don't have a sheen to them, and they work great. I don't remember if I've tried to put anything over the gold. Metallics always can be a problem. But look at all the different colors. I mean, it's just awesome. I just have it on a tray here so I can move it around off my desk. Mary's going to love this journal, by the way. Mary, you're more of an inspiration. You and Southern Girl Designs. You follow Tiffany, Southern Girl Designs. Mary and Tiff will use fabrics and other things in their journals. And I never really do because I don't like to have something bumpy bothering me as I work through a book. But I got my inspiration from Tiff and Mary and a couple other people that I've seen put fabric in their journals. So I did. I did, Mary. Aren't you proud of me? You follow Southern Girl? Yeah, she's so fun to listen to because she has a true Southern accent. It's not a fake accent, you know. I mean, I can do a Southern accent, and I sometimes say like y'all and stuff like that because you know in Georgia. But anyway, Tiff has a true Southern accent, and if you ever hear like a fake movie Southern accent, you just know the difference from a real one. So anyway, Southern Girl Designs, I think, is her channel, and she's Tiffany. She goes by Tiff, and she does a lot of mixed media, little journals, like kind of and ads all kinds of what does she call her little bits? What does she call them? Giblets? Giblets? Is that what she calls them? I think she calls them giblets. Her little scraps of stuff. And it's so cute. And she's just so sweet and so cute, isn't she, Mary? And yeah, she's so cute. Let's see, Mary. Yes, I love very proud, but mostly. Oh, thank you, Mary. You're sweet. So I had this journal. Janet and I bought bought these a while back. I'm trying to think of the name of them now because it's been a while since I bought it. It's got the little elephant on there. If Janet comes in later, I'll have to ask her. It's like it's leather, so and anyway, I did post this on Instagram. It's probably been 9 months ago that I bought this. She bought the red one, and I bought the orange one, and and then I put all my own signatures in here, and all they are is giblets. Yeah. Priscilla said it. Yeah. Hi, Amy. So how y'all doing? So these are my own signatures. There's 4 strings. So I made 4 oversized, and they're on cardstock. And this kind of scrapbook paper here that I cut down and rounded the corners. And then I put in smaller little bits of it here that I didn't round the corner. So I'll go through it. It's like a hodgepodge of just different things. And so anyway, I was digging something out. I forget what it was. Because I got some of this scrap fabric to make my boho bracelets, like the one I made Colleen. And I had all these pieces left. And I said, I love this fabric. I don't really know what to do with it. And hey, you two. They get a little rambunctious. And so I started just putting it in here. So I'll go through all the pages. I've only painted a couple of things. So I haven't really started too much. Southern Gal Designs. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, Tiffany. And so anyway, and to anybody, any of the other girls that add fabric and ribbon and stuff, but look how pretty that looks. See, I just then I had a leftover piece of this ribbon, the silk ribbon here, and then I had this cording, this braid. I don't know what you call it. It's just a string of this, the gold leaf, and I've used that in some other projects. So I had this little piece of that, so I'm using that like a bookmark. Isn't that pretty? So anyway, I'll flip through that in a minute. And then I saw Paula bought this book here. And y'all know, of course, I do collage. And so I bought 2. So I haven't cut into it yet. I thought, well, I'll cut into it on camera so you can see. You can just go diving in. So Paula showed this book. So I bought that because of her. What else do I have around here? Anything else I got new to show? I think that's pretty much it. I'm looking around, seeing what else. I did reorganize. If y'all did not watch my interview with a comic book hut, make sure y'all go over there and watch that and support his channel. He's just shy of 1,000. And once he gets over 1,000, he wants to start doing his art again. He used to have a channel, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he did art on it, and then he left, and then he came back, and so he wants to start doing art again, and he wants to do it with his phone, and you got to have 1,000 subbies, I think, to go live on your phone. Is that right, Mary? because I don't go live on my phone. So I'm not sure, but that's what he said. So he's almost at 1,000, guys. Let's push him over 1,000. If you're watching this, go over and follow the comic book cut, put him over 1,000 so he can start doing his art again. Hi, Teresa P. And I already said hi, thank to Teresa D. Arlene, happy Friday. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's impromptu. I checked to see Mary wasn't on. And so I said, well, I'll go ahead and come on a little early and do an impromptu so I could show this book. But anyway, so it was really fun. It was really fun to be, and I say be interviewed by how I talk. Y'all know I'm so used to just talking and nonstop for 3 hours that, it was hard for me to like pause and let not ask me a question or something, because I just wanted to keep talking and showing my artwork and talking the different comic books that I bought. And, but it was fun. He said he had fun and I had fun. And I think the audience had fun. So it was fun. So anyway, yeah, it was nice to sit back and watch. Oh, Mary. And yeah, I usually don't make it to your. Well, I sometimes I pop in while I'm getting ready for a stream or whatever early in the morning when you're on real early, Mary. Sometimes I have you on the background, but I usually don't chat because I'm busy and I don't want to stop and chat while I'm But I sometimes pop in the morning and then I watch your recordings from your night shows and everything. Is that light on? Yeah, it's on. So let's see. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah. And I know, Mary, you're the same way. You pop in when you can. We both do that. Hi, Joyce. Joyce B. No, I'm probably missing people coming in. Oh, let's see. Hope you're doing well, Terry. I hope everybody's feeling well and staying healthy. My cats are tumbling and rumbling. Rumble, bumble, stumble. Yeah, they're tumbling around out there and getting on each other's last nerve, I think. But we did have a storm come through and it was raining, thundering, and lightning. And now it's the blue skies are peeking through. My garden, it's all watered. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Yeah, I the hot, he's up there in New York, really stuck in, And so anyway, you guys go support him if you he's interesting. He's just interesting. What were those paints you showed earlier? The no sheen. Oh, those are the Jane Davenport ones, Mary. Let me move this here so you can move this tray in here. They're the Jane Davenport ones. Let's see, let's move these. And I think there's 4 sets, Mary. And I got them on clearance. I got them on clearance at Michael's. I don't know if they still have any on clearance. This was before everything locked down, right? That they clearanced out a lot of a lot of Jane Davenport's paints at Michael's. I think there's 4 in a set. And I think I got a couple extras here somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I never bought them because usually when they're coming a tube like this and they're more of an artist grade type paint, they have a sheen to them. Your nice paint, your expensive paints, they'll have a sheen to them that color pencil does not like, right? Just like metallic, satin, gloss, your color pencils won't go on top of that. And so that's what they are. They're the Jane Davenport ones, and they do not have a sheen. And after I bought them, someone goes, "Oh yeah, no, they don't have a sheen." And I went, "Oh, okay." And then Hobby Lobby, which my Hobby Lobby reopened, they have this, and this new to me. Maybe I just never really noticed it, but the Master's Touch, which is the Hobby Lobby brand, have these new thick body acrylics. And if you know Hobby Lobby, the Master's Touch goes on sale 50%. Anything Master's Touch goes on sale for 50% off at about once a month. So I bought one. I bought one to test. I haven't tried pencil over it yet, but I bought one to test because I like this color, cobalt turquoise. So I bought this color to test to see how color pencil goes on top of it, And like I said, the only reason I have all these is because they were on clearance. Because for the most part, guys, I'm just going to be honest. I love my Americana Deco art craft paints. They're so versatile. There's so many colors. They're so budget friendly. You can get them on sale like for $1.10. I think they're like normally $1.50, maybe something like that. So they're just good for any of your art journaling or collaging. That's what I use in my abandoned places and my mixed media collage. I just love my Americana. But because I bought these, I should be using them, right? So at the same time, I pulled out some of my Goldens, and these, I think 4 or 5 of these came in a set. Look, they say sample size, not for resale. These all came in some kind of a kit or something. So I got those from a kit. And then I just had the golden teal and the golden cobalt turquoise. I have those two. But I wanted to test. This Master's Touch thick body acrylic. So we'll see how that works. Maverick, the interview went well. I mean, I like Hud. I feel comfortable talking to him. So I talk a lot because I'm so used to just being here and doing all the talking that when someone's trying to ask me questions, it was really hard to shut up. I'm just going to be honest. It was hard just to shut up. Hi, Pacola. But we all laughed, and Janet was there, and Cat and Pace was there. There's a few people there. And so we had fun. We laughed a lot. Isn't that the most important thing? So, yeah. Thanks, Pacola, for coming in. Thanks, Pacola. Oh, hi, Andrew. I saw Pacola say hi to Andrew. There he is. Thanks, Andrew. It was fun. So y'all go what y'all. See, Tiff is rubbed off on me because I talked about Tiff and doing these kind of like junk journal things. Anyway, so so y'all go over and follow the Comic Book Hut. He's almost at 1,000, and he said he's going to start doing art videos again once he gets over 1,000. So, thank you, Pacola. So I was talking earlier. I still haven't got my voice going yet, guys. My voice wants to cut out on me. I'm trying to drink my cranberry juice to get my voice going here. So Wednesday, I literally talked all day. I did my 3-hour stream, and I forgot what I did in between. Did an hour and a half with Hut that night. So Thursday, yesterday, my voice was a little squeaky because I did so much solid talking, right? So anyway, that is the paints that I thought we'd play with today. And I'll show this again. And it's not just Southern Girl Designs, Tiff. There's other girls that do these kind of, like Mary. Mary puts fabric and ribbon in her journals and stuff, but I usually just don't do it. I've done it before when I used to scrapbook, and it's been a long time because nobody wants my scrapbooks, not even I don't want to say it like that. When Cam and Boo came over and I said, let's go back through the scrapbooks, they looked at me like I know they looked at each other and rolled their eyes, right? But you know what they did? While they were scrolling through or flipping through, while they were flipping through the scrapbooks, they were taking pictures of my scrapbook pictures and putting them on Snapchat. And I thought, oh my gosh, so you're just interested in Snapchatting when they were younger, But anyway, at least they enjoyed doing that. Yes, this one's a chunky, and I'm trying to think of the name of this little journal. Let me see if I know I posted it on Instagram. It's been about, I don't know, 9 months ago that I got it, and I can't think of the name. So I want the little elephant on it. Janet got the red one, and I got the orange one. But I can't remember the name. If y'all know right off the top of your head, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to try to scroll back and find it. It was before Inktober. See if I can find it real quick. If Jana was here, she would know. But I didn't. I didn't tell her that I was streaming in case if she was sleeping in or something. I didn't because she's an hour. You know, it's only 7 there. So I'm scrolling back and seeing if I can find it. I thought I put it. I don't think it went back that far. I'll have to think about it, guys, because I'm not remembering. I'm not remembering the brand of this. I am back. Yeah. No, it doesn't go back that far. Now I've gone back 2 years. It doesn't go. It's not that far back. I thought I posted it on Instagram, but I'm not finding it anywhere. Not seeing it on Instagram. But if Janet comes in after a while, we'll ask her. So I put my own signatures in there with cardstock, just folded over. I didn't even staple them or nothing. Hi, Scoobs. I didn't staple them or anything. They're just folded over and held together. They're all held in there with the elastic bands. That's how they're just held in. So what I do like about that kind of situation is if you do something and you don't like it or you want to move something around, then all you have to do is go bam. And then you can move it anywhere you want, right? So anyway, like I was saying, Mary uses different kinds of fabrics and stuff in her junk journals. And so Southern Girl Designs Tiff, she's the most recent one that I saw using her fabrics and stuff. And I mean, I follow her, and she's just so cute and so sweet. And I just don't usually use fabrics and stuff. But I said I'm going to put that in this journal because y'all know I got a journal or two, right? Oh, you got Spirit Animals. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it does have good paper. Yeah, Hannah Carlson's books, and Maverick is talking about Hannah Carlson's color books. They do have good paper. They have a nice thick paper. Now, you still probably couldn't use Copics or alcohol-based markers, but other than that, you know. So I'm going to show this in just a minute. The other thing, Paula bought this book, and of course, you know, any collage book I have to buy because I'm a collage artist. So I got 2 of these, and it's called Extraordinary Things to Cut Out in Collage. So I'm going to show this real quick, and I thought maybe we would use some of this. And see, I got that tape right there. That's annoying in the glare. Let's see, maybe if I put... There we go. Let's cover up. Look, glare, no glare. So anyway, and by the way, Pacola, I hope you're on the mend. You said you were feeling better, so hopefully you are on the mend. No, it's not the virus. I just have to say that. You know, oh my gosh. I had to go, what was it? I went to the laundry, I think. So my laundry, you know, Hubster has all his dress shirts and everything that he wears to work. They're all, you know, they go to the laundry and get starched and all that. I don't do that since growing up. I had to starch and iron my dad's military shirts. He was in the Air Force. And yeah, you learn how to iron and starch real early when your dad's in the military. And of course, Hubster's retired military, right? He was in 20 years in the Army. And so I don't do that anymore. They go to the laundry people, but our laundry was on lockdown, right? And so they reopened. They're cut their hours though, and they're reopened. So anyway, I went to pick something up, and when I walked in the laundry, you know, he has the doors open and big fans. It's all airy and, you know, breezy and all healthy. Well, I was talking to him across the counter, social distancing, and I was talking to him across the counter, and something, you know, because I'm a loud talker and I talk, anyway, something blew. It wasn't a bug, but it was like a piece of dust. A piece of dust got in my throat. And I just started coughing. He's looking at me like, are you okay? It's a piece of dust. And so he went and got me a bottle of water. And as soon as I drank the water, it was fine. But it's like, you can't even sneeze or cough anymore, people. You can't even sneeze. And if you got allergies, oh my gosh, bless your heart if you have allergies. I'm on Lappy, Picola. Yeah, I'm on Lappy. I do want to try to do a test with my HP downstairs on my dining room table, close to the modems and everything and the Wi-Fi, because again, I would like to hardwire upstairs here in my art room, but they're not doing service calls. Maybe they are maybe next week. I don't know. So anyway, I can't get a service, tech guy out here to hardwire my cable up in this room. And so I might try to stream downstairs to see if that makes a difference on the HP. Because I can watch everybody. It doesn't buff or nothing when I'm watching people. And I've looked at every setting I can look at. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah. No, it's not Dingbat. No, it's not Dingbat. If you said the name, I would know it. It's the one with the elephant on it. I'm sure I could probably just Google leather journals with the elephant icon. Let me do that real quick. Take me a second. Leather journals with elephant logo. Let's see if it comes up. Hi, Zeely. Hi, Darla. Shopping, click shopping. Let's see. I know I posted it. It's not Dingbat. Dingbat did come up, but that's not it. But that was a good guess because Dingbat did come up. I'm not seeing it. Red embossed elephant. Oh, what's that? No, that's not it. Does anybody? Come on. Somebody's got to know. Where? I know. And Janet has one too. Hi, Bridgeton. I'm trying to see. It's not Dingbat. But Dingbat does have an elephant on theirs as well. But that's what's coming up. But that's not what it is. Well, see, filter by brand. I'm looking. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What's the question, Zeely? What's this journal? Who makes this journal? Do you know, Zeely? I bought it, probably 9 months ago, maybe. And I cannot, it's not in here anywhere. I thought maybe I would have kept a flyer or something. Now, all the inserts are my own inserts, guys. It's just the cover. But I can't. Navi. That's it. Navi, Bev. Navi Travels. That's it. Thank you, Bev. I got to write that down. Navi Travels. Navi. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bev. So, yeah, Janet got the red one, and then I got the orange one. So I guess I could have gone back in my Amazon purchases. That probably would have been the closest. So, and then it's got the cord, like this. So, yeah. And I got paint on it. It's going to get paint on it. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to play with that in a little bit. So I got these because, I got both of them, but see the light. Oh, look, nice sunshine. The storm just came through. It was lightning and thundering an hour ago. And look, see the sun. I need to close the blinds a little probably. But anyway, extraordinary things to cut out on collage, Maria ribbons, over 1,500 images. Now you do got to cut these out. It's not like our sticker book where you just peel them out. You got to cut these out. But Paula bought this. And so, any new collage book I got to have. Thank you. Thank you, Bacola. Just put a link to the Navi travel journals. Yeah. Thanks, Bev from Oz. Yeah. So I am going to let me move one to the side and I'm going to flip through. I kind of like that little sunshine right there. Right there. And so she first goes through the introduction, how she does collage, inspiration, and she gives some of her projects. Are we I think we're good right there. It looks light enough. Some of her projects and different how she and then some other people's stuff too. And then tools and materials, the things you need if you're going to collage. Isn't the paper's proud fat? Yeah, it's nice paper. It doesn't ever really matter to me what kind, but it is a shiny kind of satiny paper. It does feel good. It does feel good. Tori, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Oh, I had it written in my society. Oh, you had it written in your Society of Idea Collector notebook. Oh, Bev. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Bye, Arlene. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. I know, isn't that awesome? That's I'm impressed. I'm getting a little teary eyed there, Bev. I got a little teary eyed when you said that. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I do like this paper. I haven't cut it out yet. But because I was waiting to show, I was waiting to stream it and cut. So she shows the tools and scissors and cutting knives and a cutting mat. I usually don't cut many things with an X-Acto knife and my cutting mat. I just like using scissors. So then she shows how to building a collage. She gives you an example, and she used all the images from this book, and she gives you a sample here, and then takes you step by step on how she created it. Right. Hi, Curly T. Okay, and then here's extraordinary things to create. So she gives you some more samples, and she says, these things here and here, these are to use as well. And so, yeah, I really like this one. Look at this one. See if I can get it up there. Isn't that cool? Look at the little astronauts. And then there's a close-up of the little astronauts there. So she's showing you how she's building it there. Y'all, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all see me work in my abandoned places. I'm a slap it on and paint it in kind of gal, you know. But what I thought I would do was try to cut some of these out and use them, maybe use them on a page. I don't know where I'm going with this yet, guys, other than adding the fabric and the ribbon. And I did throw a little paint and stencil on one or two pages just to get in the Tiff Southern Girl Design mood. If y'all don't follow Tiff, Southern Gal Designs, she does all kinds of little just slap it in, don't worry about it. She's very fun. Mary follows her too. Hi Gaga, good afternoon, Dee Dee. I've just received my bee. Oh, good. You got your bee picture. Yeah. Everybody's getting their bees. They all buzzed out of here. I think I had, I don't know, between 25 and 30 that I sent out. Oh, and speaking of, I wrote it down here. I need addresses. If you are this person, I need your address. Jade Sutton Art, Mrs. Phibbs, and Lynn J. I have every other Lynn, but I don't have Lynn J's address. So Mrs. Phibbs, Lynn J, and Jade Sutton Art. I need your address if you want Happy Mail. So those are the people. Lynn J won one of my art cards the last time we did art card giveaway. And I have it sticking in my to-go book, but I can't find her. I got to find her address. So, yeah. Let's see. What else do I have here? All right. Oh, no, I got to write that down. You know what? I think I'll stick this in here. Hi, Carol. I should stick this in the book in a minute. My little Navi travels. Mary, here's and I know she wouldn't care. She just, those of us that know each other, but I'd rather get it from her. I'd rather get it from her. If you talk to her, Mary, or see her, tell her. You can tell her to send me. Tell her to send me it. Here's my email. There we go. Tell her to email it, Mary, if you see her. Let's see. You'll message it. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. So I really loved the images. I didn't really even, well, I kind of saw Paula flip through a little bit of this, but I was excited about all the stuff that's in the book to cut out. So here's some more samples of her work. Now, here we go. This is why I bought the book. Directory of Extraordinary Things. I'm going to flip through it. Let's see. Maybe I should click in one. Let me see about my camera here. Let's see. Tilt it down just a little. There we go. I don't know. I think you can see it pretty well there, right? Maybe I could click in one. Yeah. There we go. If y'all want to talk to me, put it in caps. Make sure you have, hi, Kathy Arbor. If you have, that you have live chat clicked at the top, because if you just have top chat, you won't see all the chat. So click live chat and make sure that your settings are in 720 or 1080p in the little settings wheel. Okay, so I'm going to flip. Look at these. I mean, it's just, they're so awesome. It's just all so awesome. I love this deep sea diver, vintage deep sea diver. I have no idea what I'm going to use today. Hi, Kimberly 557. Hi, Galita, Cheryl. I know I'm missing people. But anyway, it's just, I mean, there's just so much. I mean, what, 1,000, I think she said. Was it 1,000? 1,500 images. And so this will be fun. So thanks to Paula for the enabling. I try to remember who I see books from and give them credit for the enabling, you know. Of course, she always tells, you know, that I enable her. I have a book of vintage comics. It's like a big, thick book that, here, let me go run and get that book. So I have this big book I bought years ago, The Golden Age of DC Comics, 365 Days. And it was on clearance for $9.98 back in the day. I don't even know how much it would be or if you can even find it. But I've used this. I've used bits of out of this for collage. So there's a lot of torn out pages. But it's all, see, look. And so anyway, you know, I've used a couple of these here and there. But it's the Golden Age of DC Comics. I'm not even sure how much it is normally. There's no ISBN thing on the back there. Anyway, oh, original price, $30. But you can see, I bought it years. I'm talking some years ago, guys. I don't even know what year it came out. But it was like a daily thing, you know, a comic a day. But so anyway, seeing this. Let's see, who else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing people coming in. Hi, Kenny. How you doing? Cindy Lee. Who else? I know I'm missing people. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. I'm just flipping through this collage book here. Is it bright enough, guys? Are we good on the lighting? I try to work it. You know, lighting is the bane of a streamer's existence. So yeah, I mean, there's just, you know, look, I mean, there's just tons of pages, and the paper is thin enough so that it's going to lie flat when you glue it down, right? And it has a little bit of it's like a satiny. It's not high gloss or anything. It's like a satin finish. Look, there's those astronauts that she used. Like this would be good for steampunk. Thank you, Kimberly. all the food, vintage toys. I did have another book that I've cut up, and it was vintage antique. It was like a book of antiques, and it had real nice clear pictures in it, and it was just like a pricing guide. No, was it a pricing guide? Anyway, I think it was. Anyway, and there was a lot of those vintage toys in that book. Look, it's an old Hoover. That's what y'all call it in the UK, right? It's not a vacuum cleaner, it's a Hoover. You Hoover. Yes, it is, Mary. Thank you, Mary. It is. That's correct. Comic Book Hut. Okay, you guys. Now I was just shouting out the Comic Book Hut. Thanks, Hut. We were talking about the interview. If you want to call it that, it was me like talking my head clean off. But it was so fun hanging out at your channel, Hut. So everybody, please follow the Hut. We need to get him over 1,000 subbies so he can start doing his art again. So, but it was fun, Hut. I had a great time on your channel. I know. And I was just like whipping through art and comics and poor Hut. I'd stop every now and then, take a breath and go, do you have any questions, Hut? And if he didn't answer like right away, I was like all in it again. But it was fun. I'm just used to talking, 3 hours nonstop by myself, Hut. So I'm sorry if I didn't get, he did get some questions in. Don't get me wrong. He did get in one or two. Thanks, Bacola. So yeah. So right now, if you're just joining us, I'm showing this book of things to cut out, this collage book. So y'all know. Oh, and this page reminded me of, let me get this book out. So y'all know I work in multiple books. And so this is one of the books that I've put together myself on the rings. So all these pages I cut with my big, ring cutter, cuts those exact holes, and made my own. So all this is 3 different books that I've taken apart and put together. But what I wanted to show you was, let me show you that cat page if I can get right to it. Well, there's one, but that's not the one I wanted to show you. So I'll probably use some of these. There's another cat page, but that's not the one I wanted to show you. There's one page in here. This one. Look. Here's what I'm working on. So I'm working on this page right here. Look, isn't that fun, guys? And so when I got this book and I saw this, I go, oh, some of these might have to make it. Some of those might have to make it into this page. Although I think we got a good variety of cats doing what cats do. So yeah, I started that page. So this is another collage book that I'm working in. And surprisingly enough, this is one thing I didn't show on Hut's channel. Hut's fun, guys, y'all. So yeah, follow him so he'll start. So buildings and all kinds of architecture, signage, ancient architecture, the pyramid, and all different statues. And so then it gets in. Did I miss something? Yeah. And then now we're getting into florals. Look at all this. Just cutting that out and using it. Look, I love these cacti. I might use something off of this page. And y'all know when I get something new, I dive right in. This book's getting cut up today. Trees, leaves, more leaves, fruits, mushrooms, more mushrooms. I do like the mushrooms too. Maybe I'll flag that. Then we get into the animals. So I might try to incorporate some of these in my altered, abandoned books. That fish. Oh, they're all just, I mean, I love every bit of this book. Thanks, Paula, for the enabling. Then we got the undersea. Shells. I mean, there's a lot in it, guys. And I think on Amazon it's like $16. And of course, if you have Prime, free shipping, whatnot. But I think it's normally a $20 book. And I think on Amazon it's like 16. And then you get in US, that is. Then there's pages of butterflies and flowers. And then there's a Yeti, yeah, jewels. And then here's some more different things to use, like in scenes. You can put your people and what I'm gonna what I think I'm gonna do with these pages is I'm gonna cut them out and like use them as just on the side as a sidebar to play with and just lay things out. Look, here's that hand that she did at the beginning when she gave you her sample thing to play with. Let's see, where was that? Here. That's the hand she used. See how big it is? That's what she used to build this collage here. So yeah, this will be fun. Then vintage postcards. She does do some of her work on vintage postcards. When I do my mini art cards, do I have any that I haven't? I try to keep a couple because I send them out so frequently. Let's see. I send them out as I make them. Usually when I do a show that has, we make 8 or 10 of them at a time. So these are what I make on the show and give away. So these are my couple of samples that I keep. I got them upside down. So just so you can kind of see the kind of collages that I make when they're small. Did that one. So these are the ones I've kept for samples because I give them all away and then I don't have anything to show. I'm like, what are you talking about? Collage art cards. So yeah. So we'll see about that. There's just so many different ways you can do things. But anyway, so she does postcards. And then she, again, has some more scenes. I think this is the one she used for the astronauts. And then she has a few movie stars in here. Because she did have a sample of that at the beginning, I think. Let's see. Yeah, see? Elizabeth Taylor. So most of what I do is in a book or the little cards. I don't really do many like pieces like frameable kind of thing. Most of mine are in books, unless it's the art cards. There's a Marilyn. I forget her name, but she's from Georgia. Let's see. So that's extraordinary things to cut out in collage. So I wanted to do a flip, and again, I found this on Paula's. Oh, good. Oh, you got it in Singapore. Good, Cindy Lee. Yes, she got her. She got my art card in Singapore this week. Yay, Cindy. Yeah, hope everything's going well for you. I know that your family was split up. Like one of y'all, some of y'all are on one continent and some of y'all were on the other, and you couldn't get back together because the virus broke out right when the lockdown, and you couldn't get back. Are you back with your family yet, Cindy? Is that still, or is your family with you, I should say? Flight to Australia was canceled on me, but rebooked for the 1st of July. Oh, Cindy. Oh. Okay. Hopefully you'll get to Oz. Pray Cindy gets to Oz. Okay. So now this book, again, I pulled some paints and stuff here to play with. And I mentioned earlier that I did not ever buy these Jane Davenport paints because I thought they were going to be slick. And y'all notice I don't even have any jewelry on. I feel naked now that I realize. Let me throw something on here. I feel naked. Don't have on a ring. I just started streaming at 7:30 this morning, impromptu, and don't even have I have no jewelry on. It's like I'm naked. Here comes my babies. There we go. Just throw on something. So anyway, I thought that I didn't want to buy these Jane Davenport paints when they first came out because I thought they would have a sheen to them, as do some of the artist grade paints. And you can't color pencil on a sheened what do you call it, surface. But they went on clearance at Michael's. They clearanced all of them out for like $3. So I mean $3 for a set. Like I don't remember which 4 came in a set. I think it was 4 in a set for $3. And then somebody said, no, the Janes are not shiny at all. And they're not. I tested them. They are not shiny at all. And I was so surprised. Stunned, people. I was stunned. And so anyway, so I bought all the sets that they had, which I think were 4 or 5 different sets for $3 a set. Then, and I already said this earlier, but it bears repeating. So my Hobby Lobby opened back up, and Hut, if you're here, I got a surprise coming to you, Hut. I'm going to the post office after lunch, so I will, Hut, after I mail it to you. It was a thank you for Hut for having me on his show. After lunch, I'm going to go to the post office, and then I'll message you the tracking number so you can kind of, because I don't know what your mail's like up there. So I will message you the tracking number so you can. He might have already gone. I don't know. He may have already gone. Message you the tracking number so you can follow. But I got you a surprise. That being said, it was not paint. But I bought one thing of paint. Of baby, oh baby, I know you want me to scratch you with the. You're welcome, Hut. So anyway, this is, I think it's a new brand it's Master's Touch, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. And this week, all of Master's Touch, their Hobby Lobby brand, is on sale for 50% off. And that happens about once a month, right? About once a month, all the Hobby Lobby Master's Touch brand goes on sale for 50% off. So I thought I would try one of these. They're the thick body acrylics, and I got the cobalt turquoise because I like that color in our art journals, and I want to test this and see if pencil will go over it. That's the big test for me, because if pencil doesn't go over it, we're back to my craft paints. We're back to this, because I have to be able to use my colored pencil on top of the paint. And speaking of the Hut, if you do not follow the Comic Book Hut, go follow his channel and get him over 1,000 subbies. I really would love if all of you guys watching would help support it so he could, like, this weekend, let's get Hut over the hump. The Hut hump. Let's get over the Hut hump this weekend and get him over 1,000 subbies. So we'll test this in this journal. Okay. So there's what we're going to play with today. So again, back to the journal, the Navi travel journal. Paula recommended me the collage book. Janet and I both bought a Navi travel leather journal. And this is all my own folded over paper inserts, which can be removed sheet by sheet, because they're only held in there with those 4 bands, right? Baby, you're going to have to get, okay, go on out now. Go on out. There we go. They're only held in there with those elastic bands, right? But the benefit of that is you can slide them out and move them around if you so desire. Okay, so the inspiration for using the fabric and the ribbons came mostly from 2 people. Southern Gal Designs Tiff, so follow Southern Gals Design Tiff, and Mary, who is here, Mary Autier. And they use fabric and ribbons and all kinds of things in their junk journals. And I usually do not put fabrics and stuff like this in my junk journals. And the last junk, well, let me see if I can, hang on. I'm going to climb up here, guys. You're going to, if you have a, I don't like to see people's feet thing, look away for a minute because you're going to see my foot because I'm going to stand up on my table to reach up here for a journal. So don't email me if you saw my foot. Okay, so this is one of the junk journals that I have that I've worked in occasionally. I made it out of an old pair of overalls. What was your baby? That was my baby girl. My baby girl, Curly? I don't know what you mean. Southern Gal Designs, Tiff? No. I don't know who I'm not sure what you're talking about. Kathy says Golden has a fluid matte acrylic. Well, I do have a couple. This is fluid acrylic, but I don't know. These aren't matte, I don't think. I pulled out a few of these. Kathy, I don't have a lot of Golden acrylics. I have a few that I bought. These small ones. These came in some kind of a kit. So I don't know if they're matte or not. But I pulled some of this stuff out to use because we got to use our stuff, right? We've got to use it. Oh, my cat. Sorry. Oh, yes, that was my girl cat, Curly. Yeah. That was my girl cat. Okay, so I'll show this first just to show you what a junk journal is. It's when you use your old packaging, your old greeting cards, your old stuff, right? Well, I did pull this out a few weeks ago and started showing how after you make the junk journal, how you can turn it into a real, like either scrapbook, journal, or something like that. So this one is made out of the base of it is that brown, those file folders. You recognize that, right? The brown file folders, and they have the accordion file. Well, that's what this is made out of as a base with the overalls on top of it. And it's got two flip out sides here, And so here you can see where I started incorporating scrapbook papers, ribbons. And so the whole book could be an ocean book, right? You could do an ocean scrapbook out of it, but it started out as packaging. So it's all this packaging that's attached to parts of the accordion. And then you can either paint on it, and this thing's old. I mean, this thing's probably, oh gosh, I'm saying this goes back, way back to the beginning of my Ustreaming, or close to it, the first couple of years of Ustreaming. It goes way back. There's not a video on it, it's that far back. So, and then here's like some cards. I don't even think, yeah. Okay. So this is one of the cards that the girls got Hubster for his birthday. You know, he loves old movies. He loves old Westerns. He's a movie aficionado, old movie. Well, he likes he likes sci-fi and he likes monster. He likes a lot of movies, but anyway, they bought him this birthday card. So that's all I should show or let you listen to. So music and all that. So anyway, so there's old cards. There's look, here's just old, different. Here's another one here. This one doesn't work anymore. But so there's so you can make a junk journal out of your junk, right? And then the thing about this one, because I used the pockets and everything, so you got a pocket here. Turn it over, and if you can put good paper in it too. You can put actual sketchbook paper in it so that you can use it as an actual sketching journal. And then you can take it out and you can put your pens and your paintbrushes and no sew. I did not sew. This is all glue. It's all glued to the cardboard file folder. It's all glue. So yeah. Okay, so I won't get back up there and make y'all see my feet again. Hi, Jersey. Okay. So the little, let me get my lighting back here because every time we change colors, it wants to change the lighting. So let's brighten this back up just a little. There we go. And I'll zoom in one more. There we go. So the Navi Travel, like I said, I bought the orange one. Janet bought the red one. And yay for no sewing, right? Hi, Judy, Judy, Judy. And hi, Holly D. I know I'm missing people coming in. Hi, Flo. How you doing? Um, go ahead, open my card. I'm not sure. Open your card, Hut. Let's see what else. I'm trying to see what else. I know I'm missing stuff going on in chat. So remember, guys, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Okay. So, oh, the card. Oh, the other one? I don't think the other one works. Are you talking about these musical cards? The other one had like jazz music. I said, what was this? Oh, let's see if it's yeah, see, it's not working. That one's not working. Which all we're talking about. So, oh, you're welcome, Nancy. So let's get the lighting. There we go. So this one has got 4 signatures of just cardstock and one's kind of scrapbook paper. The scrapbook paper that had this watercolor look. Now you can see I put some gesso on this one, but or some white paint. Could be. I've been trying to use up my Finnabair gesso, but I usually use white paint, right? But I've been trying to use that up. And so the only other papers that I used in here, other than just cardstock, was this cardstock that has these watercolor designs already on it. So I'm going to go through it page by page. I've only painted a couple of pages. I haven't really. Oh, go ahead and make my day. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thanks, Artful Dabbler. See, we need interpretations. Thanks, guys. And so anyway, I added some masking tape. I have this is a thicker one, and then here's the thinner one. So that will give you some texture. Again, Tiff, Southern Gal Designs, Tiff, and Mary Altier are my inspirations for this book. Okay. And then of course I'll do collage painting and whatever do my own thing. But that's what this is where this book got the inspiration from. You guys will crack me up. So I added some tape here just for some texture, and I'm just starting to add a few things. So I added some ribbon. This is like that silk ribbon, which I did keep one piece of it here, and I glued on this gold leaf, and that will be my bookmark. So that'll be my bookmark there. But this is some more of that little ribbon there. And again, I started kind of scuffing up some of the book with tape, gesso, and or white paint, probably a little of both, just to get it started. And y'all know, I like to work this way. I like to, let me grab one here. I like to go through a whole book. This is one of my Arteza ones. I like to go through the whole book and put something on every page, and then go back and work in it. Then go back and do more finished, right? But I like to get something on the whole book. I know that probably sounds like, what? You got to have the whole. I don't have to, but I like to have something on every page. Same thing when I do my traveler's notebooks, where like this one has 3 in it. And there's 3 different types of journaling going on. They're all kind of the same, but this one right here is my napkin base journal. Okay. This one is the whitewash journal. So I whitewash everything to make it cohesive, and then go back in and build. Let's find my page there. Well, here's one that's done. Remember, we did quotes. We did some quotes last week. We did a few with quotes on them. And then this one is a hot mess journal. So this one Yeah, do something on every page, Jersey, and then go back. Because that way you don't feel it doesn't feel so precious. You know, it's so precious. Oh, no, I messed up, right? Like, look at this one. This is my hot mess journal. It's even got holes punched in it. And then, so eventually they'll turn into things like, let me get to a page that's done here. I got a couple pages that I've got paint on the edge, like I gold edged it. So there's a couple of them kind of stuck. There we go. So then this is where I'll head. So we'll start with something like this, right? It'll start something like this, but we'll build a world out of this and then build a world to be something like this. But if you got something on every page, then look, who would be afraid to start painting in this? Who's going to be afraid to start, like, you know, and then you can just slowly build it up into your own little world. So these are the other 3 journals, the traveler size that I'm working on. But they're all completely full. They're all completely got something on every page. All right. So that's what I started doing with this. Okay. You made a start. Okay. Thanks. My problem is I feel my purchase journals are, see, they're too precious, right? No, Jersey. So I went through and I put some fabric edges. Again, this was my inspiration was Tiff, Southern Girl Designs, and the junkiness of it was Mary. So between the two of them. So I just went through and at least put a piece of tape. No, not every single page, but most every page. Okay, so look, you know, I got some tape down here and some fabric. Let me get my lighting back here. And so just went through and added all kinds of stuff fabric wise. So there's a piece of fabric there and I left it hanging up. See, look how junky that looks on the edge. Doesn't that look cool? And some tape and some scrape paint, which is what I'm going to do. There's my bookmark. I'm going to go through here and scrape and paint. Okay, so here's where I did something. So this one's got some paint, some stencil, some tape, and then I went in there. And again, I want to use the other thing I'm not using enough is my Arteza paint marker. So I mean, I use them, but not enough to, you know, I want to use my Arteza paint markers. So I that's what I went in here. This one happens to be the white Posca because it was white. But then I'm going to go in here and play with the little designs and stuff like that. Okay, so I did that. I haven't done much in here. Whoops, I got too much glue on that little flower. There we go. So this is little flower ribbon, some little rosette ribbon. And so it's just got a little bit of everything going on. Again, I didn't let that dry. Oh, well, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave it stuck. So then there's little pieces of fabric. So I'm just flipping through what I just basted. I just did this, guys, like over the last couple days. Some lace and tape. And it's really just like really junky. And then we'll go in. So there's a piece of my torn. This is from another journal that I took apart another. Y'all know I love to deconstruct anything. That's a piece of a leftover journal from another journal that I put in there. This big rosette ribbon and just all kinds of, you know, little of the fabric pieces. And again, see, I didn't let that glue dry. There we go. So a little piece of ribbon here. Anything you have. I just went through. All right, so here's the first thing that I actually stuck in. This is one of the stickers. This is one of the stickers out of 1001 sticker books. This is off of a little inspirational calendar, and I cut that out. And then this is the paint, the Jane Davenport paint. And then I think I have a little bit of the golden. But look, there's a sheen to that. See that shine? That shine is from the golden yellow ochre. So this is the Jane Davenport. See how there's no shine to that? And then there's the shine right down here. That sheen is from the expensive golden paint. That will not take pencil. This will, that Jane paint, it will take pencil because there's no sheen to it. Look at the difference. Let me see if I can see. See the shine? The shine is the golden paint. Pencil won't go over it. So here's just a little sample of what I'm going to kind of do with this book. It's just a little junk journal, guys. It's like have one journal, another inspiration quote from a calendar. Have one journal where you can just throw anything into it. You could doodle, you can sketch, you can, just throw anything in. Have at least one journal. We say, I mean, here, I'm sure everybody here has more than one journal, but have at least one journal where you're not afraid just to throw in whatever. And that's what this one is. It's my throw in book. And Tiff calls her little bits that she throws in giblets. Her little giblets. I love that term, giblets, for little scraps of stuff, So what I thought I would do is just start scraping in some paint. And y'all know I love finger painting anyway. I love finger painting in my abandoned books. So you can finger paint, you can just do whatever. It's a whatever. So I hope that kind of inspires you to, and again, guys, all this is folded over cardstock and folded over scrapbook paper that has the watercolor print on it. That's all that is. All that paper is just folded over, and then it's attached in the book with those the elastic bands, right? And all travelers' notebooks of any size. This one happens to be the more, it's not the Midori, but anyway, this size, but it's essentially the same kind of thing. It's all put together with elastic bands. Okay. I'm yet to complete a journal. I don't know what you call complete. If you mean something on every page, I've got lots of books that are completed. If you mean where I've completely finished them to the point where I can varnish a page, now I don't varnish this kind of thing. But like my abandoned places books where I complete a page, I varnish the page. I haven't even completed one of my abandoned book pages, and I've got, how many? 14, 15 of those. So, but I don't care. I don't care if it's finished. For me, guys, it's all about the process. It makes me happy to do it. It makes me happy to show it to you guys, to share with you guys, show you techniques. It doesn't matter. Like, all right, here, let me grab another small something here. There's another example of some small ones. Look how little these are. These are the mini comp books. If I make a journal, it feels less precious than I purchase this odd. Yeah, I know. I don't know why either. That is, Jersey. Because you spent the money on it is what it is. You spent the money on a nice journal and you don't want to mess it up. But if you do this kind of stuff, it just makes you feel like it's already messed up, right? So you don't have to worry about it so much. Good. Lolo, are you on IG? Do you show your pages? Yeah, it's because you spent the money on it, Jersey. That's all it is. But, think about it. If you're not using it, if you're so afraid to use, not you in particular, but if you're so afraid to use your stuff, then why did you buy it? Why did you buy it? Hi, Scoops. So these are the little cheap composition books that usually come out I've only seen them. They only come out during the beginning of like July when school supplies. Now, I don't know what's going on now, right? With school and everything. But that's usually what I do is I get them at Staples or Walmart when school supplies first come out, whenever that is. And, okay, Lolo. And so these are just little composition books, and it's the same kind of thing. Y'all know, you've seen me do enough collage. Look, so here's how I start. I'll start with something like this. Let me find a couple pages where there's nothing on it, really. Most of them have something. But I'll just start with, I'll just flip through it. So I'll start with just throwing some extra paint, some extra little bits of giblets in it. And then I'll go back in there and then with extra paint or just whatever, and then make little stories out, little worlds. You build your own little world. Let's hold this up a little. So it might start like this. And look, this one came out. This page came out. So I just taped it back in. I mean, these are like, literally, I think they were 50 cents. And I've had these are quite, I've had these for a few years. Just so you can kind of see. You just don't be afraid. Look, see, this one's coming completely apart. So don't be afraid to get in there and just glue things down and then turn it into something. You know, let's see. Let's find a couple more pages that have more completed on them. But you just glue things down, then go back in. Here's one that's more completed. Look how appropriate. Just how many years ago did I do this? And just make little worlds out of your pages. See if I can find some more that are finished. And the other thing that I've done with these is after I've done this small, you know, and all my photography is done with my phone, my iPhone. It's all just pictures taken with my iPhone. I don't even have the newest one. I have like a 7P. My phone's like a 7. It's not even the new 8 with all the great, so-called great features in it. So, but even back when I had the 4, I would take pictures. I'll just take pictures like of this right here or this right here and put it in, put it in a photo program or Procreate. And then you can add text to it. You can add your own flair to it. So this can be as a base. You can use these as bases for your digi work. Okay, so you can put this stuff in your digi programs or your photo editing programs and play with it that way. So, yeah. This one I used a piece, I think this piece right here, I used when one of our girls was in a flood, and I made a stay safe card for her out of this. So like there's a little city down there. See? I'm just looking to see if there's any caps. What painting? Just craft paint, Lolo. This is all craft paint. I like Americana deco art, but it doesn't matter. Whatever kind of craft paint. I like it because this is good coverage and there's so many colors. But again, it has to be matte. If it says satin, gloss, or metallic, you're not going to be able to color pencil on top of. It won't stick. It won't stick if you have if it's not matte. So you can just see this is just some of the, you can stay back up here. And so we're talking about having things finished. See, none of these I could go back on almost any one of these pages and add something else. You know, like, let me just show you. Here, let's just go with this one here. And I use coffee lids for palettes for acrylic paint. Now, if you're using watercolor, you will need like a butcher tray, something white. You're going to need something white if you use a watercolor because it's translucent, right? Watercolor translucent, and you won't be able to see it on a black. But so like, let's see here. Oh, sorry. So you just go in at any time. Just kind of dry brushing. and go back at any time and start playing. And so for me, the fun of that is just stopping and doing something like this. It doesn't matter if it's like, in the Louvre. Hi, Janet. It doesn't matter if this is in the Louvre. Do you ever try making your own comic? Janice, yeah, see, here's the thing. I love comics. I love comic art. And y'all know, if y'all go watch the Comic Book Hut, the interview I did with the Comic Book Hut, get him over 1,000 subbies, people. The Comic Book Hut. He interviewed me on Wednesday night, and thanks everybody that went to it, and y'all go watch that replay. And I hang out with the comic guys, and I love comic book art because I love art and I love comic book art. But here's the thing for me about making comic book art. I do not like to do sequential art. I don't want to draw the same characters over and over. And I'm just not a sequential art person. I did mention, I think it was on Hut Show, I did mention that I would love to, or maybe it was, well, I don't know. I think it was. I talk about all this stuff so much. Anyway, I have stories in my head that I would love to have other artists do my stories, because I have stories in my head that I love to imagine, but I don't want to do the sequential art. I don't enjoy it. It's too, and I talk as an example of the girls that make their own color books. C.L. Aldridge, Laura Lou, then their books are on Amazon and Etsy and all that. And it can take 9 months to a year to make one book. I cannot do that. I cannot dedicate all my time to one thing for that long. That's why I do portraits for my paid work commissions. I do pets and people portraits because I can do them in a couple, 2-3 days, depending on how many, the complexity and all. But I can do those in 2 or 3 days and, and make money doing that. But it doesn't tie me down for a year. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine doing one project for a year. And that includes even back in the 80s when I did those cross-stitch books working for another company. We turned those books out every couple of months, but we were working on different projects. Every day was a new project, right? I love comics. I love comic book art. I love sequential art, but I don't want to make it. To answer your question, Janice. So yeah, we got our baby here. You can't get into the paint. Let's move the paint over here. No, don't stick your little nose in the paint. Don't stick your little nose in the paint. I'll have to paint your little nose. So just to kind of show you here. But yeah, I love, like I was telling Hut on the show that I started, I love black and white. I love black and white ink drawings back from, one of my first inspirations into black and white art was Aubrey Beardsley. And just the detail and the negative space of Aubrey Beardsley. And so that was one of my first young person influences in black and white. So there you go. You can just see. I'm going to stop with this right now. Well, I say that, but this little bush needs some water over there. Okay. So if you're just joining me, I showed, we're going to work, Janet just came in. Janet has the red one of these Navi travels. We're going to work in this today. And I want to try to use Paula's influence on enabling me to buy this things to cut out collage books. We're going to do that. Okay, babe, you're going to have to get down. You're creeping over to my cords. I know, you're creeping over to the cords, and that's a no-no. So anyway, yeah, and Comic Book Huts tell me about that one too. And I know there's so many. There's so many I want to buy, and yeah. But your happy mail's going out this afternoon, Hud. I did put some extras in there for a little thank you for having me on your show. And I did send you those 4 comic books, the Allegiance art ones for you to review. If y'all, the Hut does awesome reviews on comics, and he's very honest. He's very honest, and he'll tell you exactly what he thinks about the art, the writing, everything about it. And he does take on a lot of the personalities in the comic book industry, but I think he's able to separate the drama, if you will. He's able to separate the comic book drama, and yes, there is comic book drama just like there is in any other, group, if you will. But he's able to separate the personality from the art and the writing. He does that very well. Not many people can do that. I'm just going to say, most people are going to be influenced by the drama, or if they like the person, don't like the person. But Hut, I have found, he's able to separate that out from if is it good writing, is it good art, or not, right? So that's why I'm sending him those Allegiance to review, because I trust him to give an honest review. I don't want to say a good review, but an honest review. Okay, so I'm going to finish flipping through this little book, and then we're going to start playing in. But look, it just starts with maybe some little glued down bits like this. See? So this is the kind of thing, little bits like this that are going to be useful out of a book like this, which I already did a flip. If you're just joining us, this has got 1,500 pages of things to cut out, to collage. I don't see anything else in caps. So we're going to keep moving on. I don't think you're yelling at me if you put it in caps. I think you're talking to me. But don't put it in caps if you're not talking to me. You talking to me? Okay, so anyway, let's just see. See, look, there's just some little cutouts there, but this can be turned into something. There's another one. And then I just paint in the universe. And these are quite old, guys. I mean, these are some years old. Other than just stopping and doing a little something here and there. So, yeah. Like this one really needs... Grab a Posca. This has a giant watch here. Which way do I want this to go? See? Okay, so there's some little samples of some smaller type things. Cat toys all around my feet. My babies love me. What can I say? They bring me presents. Okay, so let's come back over here now. And again, I did pull out some of my Jane Davenport paints along with some other stuff. And Janet, you weren't here, but I'm going to test. Have you tested any of these Master's Touch thick body acrylics to see if you can pencil over them? I think this is a new line. I think this is a new line of Master's Touch stuff coming out. It's $9.99. So, I mean, this is an artist grade paint, but it doesn't matter to me if it's an artist grade paint. So our golden, these are artist grade paint, but if you can't pencil over them, I only can use them for so many things. So I bought one color. So let's go ahead and test that right now. Let's test this color and see if when it dries, if pencil will go on top of it. And by the way, I got it for 50% off because Master's Touch at Hobby Lobby this week is all 50% off. So I got it for $5, not 10. Just saying. The other thing that I'm trying to use is my paint pens. I got my Poscas, and I did buy this set of Arteza paint pens. The thing about the Arteza paint pens is they have the bullet tip. Now, I think they have a smaller size out. I'm not sure, but like the Posca, you can get this finer tip, right? Let me compare the two so you can see. See? So you can get much more detail much more detail with that Posco that these Arteza, this particular Arteza paint pens just have the bullet tip. All right, so let's go ahead. Janet says, I have some of the other ones. Yeah, they're a little shiny. Won't take color. Okay, see, that's what I'm thinking with this. So I bought one, Janet, to test. Because I knew the other ones didn't, but we'll see. All right, so that's our plan. So if you missed it, this journal was inspired by Tiff, Southern Gal Designs, and Mary Altier. The two of them use fabric and ribbons and stuff on their edges and in their journals, and I usually don't, but I did on this one. So let's go ahead and just open up a page here. And this one's got some gesso and or white paint and some tape. It's got some tape there, and I probably do need to get a couple of little clips somewhere here. Do I have any out? Here's one. And I got this. I don't think this one's more decorative than a real clip. So that one probably won't. Let's see if I do have another. Got these paper clips here. So let's just kind of clip this down and clip this down so that it stays open. Okay, we'll see what we're going to do. So this is some of that watercolor scrapbook paper that I just, all the signatures, the 4 signatures in this book, they're just cardstock or that cardstock weight scrapbook paper that has the watercolor design on it, folded in half. That's all it is. Folded in half cardstock, and none of them are glued, stapled, or attached to one another other than by the elastic band. Here come the babies again, bringing me another toy. So let's go ahead. Let's put, and I've been trying to use up this heavy gesso Art Basics Finnabar that I probably got on clearance. Just okay, baby, you're gonna have to get down because I'm getting ready to paint. Okay, I might have to put them out. So let's just put down some of this, and then let's put it on both sides so it gives us a base. I need to get a couple baby wipes out. Okay, and then I'm going to test this new paint here. Because look how pretty that is. It just goes right into that, blends right into that gesso, right? And I'm just saying, most of the time I don't use gesso, I just use white paint. All right, so I'm going to make a double page spread here. I don't know where we're going. But all right, is Jersey still here? Here's a thing, Jersey. Do this if you're afraid to mess up a journal. See what I just did? I just smashed down, and she would do this anyway. But in a new book, go through every single page in your book, not with the same color, but go through every page in your book and do something like this on every page before you do anything else. I'm going to do a few. Before you do anything else, go through your whole book. If you're afraid of your book or a new journal, go through the whole book and do this on every page. Different colors, But if you do that, and I'm going to test. No, baby. Okay, out. Gotta go out. You're going to step right in the paint. Come on. You brought me 3 toys. I know. Brought me 3 toys sitting around my feet. That's how she got into the pan pastels, and she had pan pastels in her white fur for a month. You're doing it? Okay, yeah, and I love to finger paint in there. Okay, but before I want to add more white in here, but before I do, I want to test. I want to test this heavy body acrylic. So let me go ahead and heat dry that with the, see if I can throw that journal back up on the shelf. Wait, let me close. I showed again my jean junk journal, but it's in my way. And without getting my foot back in the camera, let's see if I can just throw this back up on that shelf in that space. Sort of made it. Let's see if I can reach up there with something and push it. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's heat dry this. Hi, Pamela. Lurk away. We love our lurkers. Working lurkers. Yes, mess up every page, Judy. That's what I did in those other Arteza ones. These I showed a second ago. Well, a minute ago. Look, every page has got something on it. Every page has got something on it. And you can go back, then you can go back and work in it. Work on a page that you feel like. Now, I know not everybody can do that. This is just some extra papers. Not everybody can do that. I know some people like you've got to finish a page before you move on to another one. I'm not like that. I can work on a page for a while, go work on another page. But when you have your book full, then you're not afraid. It's like you're not afraid to work on it. Okay, so let's see if that's dry. Now let's do a test. Let's do a test with a white pencil. Let me sharpen up one of my pencils here. And if y'all don't follow the Southern Gal Designs Tiffany, you need to follow her. She's very inspirational. I just dropped my pencil sharpener in the trash. Where'd it go? Yeah, I don't know where. I just dropped my pencil sharpener in there. Oh well, I'll have to dig it out later. I'm not finding it. I've got a whole stack of collage stuff in there, and it's like I don't know where it went. Okay. So let's see. Okay, well, it's working. There is no shine to that. I mean, there's a little bit of a wet spot right there, so that's kind of still wet. But look, there's no shine to this paint. All right, that's still wet right there. But there's no shine to this thick body Master's Touch acrylic. So it's mostly the nicer, more expensive paints. The more expensive paints that are, the golden and the ones that have the good binders in them that have a sheen to them. And if you have the sheen, your pencil will not go on it. And that's why I was so surprised and pleasantly surprised to find out these Jane Davenport paints do not have that shine to them. They are very matte. So when I found them on clearance for $3 for, I think it's a set of 4, I bought them all. I bought all the different colors because it does go over. All right, so like right here now, let's go ahead and pick up. Again, I'm trying to use the stuff that we don't use all the time and use it up. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some white clouds across here. I was going to pull out some stamps, some lettering stamps. I did pull out some of my hand carved bee stamps. Maybe we'll do that here. We'll put a bee. Let's put a bee on it instead of putting a bird on it. Let's put a bee in your bonnet. Let's put a bee in your bonnet instead of putting a bird on it. So I might go ahead and stamp out one of my bee stamps here. I'm an enabler. We're all enablers. Let's just face it. Paula made me. I'm saying made me. Paula made me buy this. But did I just buy one? No, I bought 2. Because I know now that's something I will cut. I'm going to cut into it today. I will cut into that baby incessantly. All right, so let's go ahead and dry this. And maybe let's get a bucket. Let's get a plate of stars. I usually have a bucket of, no, because I might want that white paint. Let's go ahead and make a bucket of stars. So y'all know a bucket of stars is just white acrylic paint, which is right here. A white acrylic paint and water. Water it down, and then you need a brush that's kind of fluffy, something kind of soft and fluffy, right? And you really should wet your brushes before you stick them in acrylic paint so that it doesn't get crusty. So I'm going to do that. All right, and now I'm going to stir this white paint up. Let's have a little more white. So anytime I do outer space, which I could do up here, maybe before we go, let's go ahead and let's get a... Well, I'll just do black right now because I want my stars. So I'm just going to put a little bit of black there. All right, now here's another thing. Watch this. All right, so these pages are littler. See how these pages are littler? I'm going to go ahead and go right up over the page so that some of that paint gets on the pages behind it. So you're starting to mess up the pages behind. This one is a full page. This one's a half a page. Well, 3/4. So that way you're getting stuff on the other pages and you're not afraid. It doesn't, you look, there's some over here. It's ideal. Look, Jersey. Now look, see now here it is. I'm already off on another rabbit trail. This right here already looks like a door right here to me. Look, that already looks like a door right there. All right. So now let's, I'm going to pick up a little of that white again and kind of define my little clouds a little more. Maybe kind of come up this way a little. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take my bucket of stars. Tap that off a little. Maybe some down in here too. Okay. So look how cool that looks already. All right, let's dry. Hey, Cat and Paste, I mentioned you earlier when you stopped by Hut's. When Hut interviewed me, Cat and Paste came over there. Dee, this is fabulous. I'm so ready to finger paint. I know. And you need to film it. You need to do a video. You need to live stream it, Jersey. You need to live stream it. Nothing like pressure. And there's still a little blob there, so let's just kind of quickly, I want that dry quicker. All right, so now, and I'm trying to do this kind of quick. Again, we could go to another page and play on another page already. Okay, but I just want to kind of do, well, we'll just do whatever. But if you get, get some pages that are messy and, then you're not going to be so afraid. You're not going to be so afraid. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to kind of clean my hands off enough so that I can get into my collage book. Let me get another baby wipe here. And the other thing you can, you can do anything. You can add anything. You can take your woodies or your Neo Color 2 or any of your water-soluble crayons. And let's just see here. I think this one's water-soluble. This was another test one I got. The art crayon, I got this at Michael's. I think I got them on sale or something, and I got 2 colors just to test. The 2 colors we're using. But so let's just see if we can add some water to this and make it drippy. Just whatever, right? Just whatever. So let's see if that'll drip. Okay, let's see, will that run? It wants to run, but it might be a little too thick. But you can make it drippy. Okay, you can just kind of just use whatever you got, whatever you have on your desk or whatever you have handy, right? So let's just add a little bit of that. Let's dry, and then we're going to get into the collage book. Well, any craft store, and it doesn't have to be, it can be whatever, it doesn't have to be the brands I'm showing you guys. But if you, whatever kind of paint you buy, you really want it to be a matte paint, because if it's not matte, your color pencils, and maybe you don't want to use color pencils in your work, but your color pencils will not go on top of it. I got that pretty wet, so. And then let's see. Let's go with I'm going to use my Posca because I want to do maybe I'll have a shooting star up here and then maybe some rain. Coming out of the clouds, which we had a big thunderstorm right before I came on. Okay. Now this is black acrylic paint, so I can take my pencils, and go over on top of that black paint. Now, let's see what we can find. Y'all can help me decide what we're going to add. What are we going to add to it? You locked your credit cards away yesterday. Well, here's the thing, guys. Now, y'all know you don't have to have a collage book like this. But again, even if you just bought one book, this is normally like $19.99 on Amazon, but on Amazon it's $16 and change, and depending on if you have Prime and shipping, free shipping or whatever. But you can use your old calendars. Y'all know how many every February, the first week of February, Books a Million, all of calendars are $3. You can go to book use, and I know right now a lot of things are shut down, closed up, and all. But thrift stores that have used books, old textbooks, old dictionaries. I used Carmen Miranda and learned who she is from this book. Oh, you didn't know who Carmen Miranda was, Jersey? Is that what she was trying to do here? I didn't read. This is Elizabeth Taylor with all this stuff in her hair. Are you talking about this picture? You found out Carmen Miranda-esque? Okay, so now what we're going to do is let's get over here. I already showed all this at the beginning of the show. So now let's go through this and see what we could put. And we might look at a couple different things. The other nice thing about this particular book is in the back, she gives you some larger images to play on top of, right? So like here's the Elizabeth Taylor one. But look, like this, for instance, she gives you some scenery. So you could put, there's Carmen Miranda there. Okay, I thought maybe you were, and maybe she did do this as Carmen Miranda-esque. I just saw this. I didn't even really realize the real Carmen Miranda was there. But anyway, so you got these scenes, and you can cut out different things and just play with different ones. So like you could cut out one of these, one of those, go through and maybe cut out. Like I love this undersea. What do you call him? Oh, hang on, I'm gonna find the scissors. This vintage scuba diver. And you could, she recommends how she does it is she puts a craft mat. Oh, look at that peeking through. She puts a craft mat under her page and cuts it out with a knife. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to use better scissors. Where's my little, I had my little scissors right here. Ah, here. But before I fussy cut, I just want to kind of show you can take and reinvent your scenes. Where's that? Or even that one. That would be good. Turn it sideways, of course. But if you want him like in real water, but wouldn't it be cool to have him in the desert? Let's have him walking around in the desert, right? Again, I'm going to fussy cut him. But look, how cool is that? So anyway, I'm just going to kind of flip through here and see a few different things that I might want in this page, right? And just kind of imagine it, Otherwise, you can I like this diver if he was a little bit small. Oh, I like him swimming. I like that guy swimming right there. I like this diver better, but he's too big for that page. Let's get the bigger scissors to get it out of the book. And when we fussy cut him out. But look. See what I mean? Oh, it's just so fun. I love collage. Collage is just so fun. Okay. So right now in my head, I'm imagining that desert scene and I'm imagining this, right? You like that. And then this is this hand right here in the very back. She gives you this big hand that she used in her, this hand right here. See how big that is? It's like bigger than my hand. That's the size of the one she used in her sample page. Look how big that is. See, that's the sample page. Let me go back. That she gives you to work with. She does a step out on how to make this particular one. And she gives you all this stuff. All the stuff that she shows you here is in this book, right? Old Tower of Babylon. I like her. There's a little ship there. That little ship would probably be good, but I think it's a bigger ship. But I might cut that little ship out too. Because that would be cool. Like in the storm here. And you know, he could be swimming towards Actually, I think I'd like him up in the sky in a ship down there. And again, I'll fussy cut them out so they're incorporated into it. Or if you don't want to fussy cut, you can always paint them in. That's usually what I do in my abandoned books. I paint them in. But if you're going to paint, hi, MB, if you're going to paint something into the page, it's better if you tear it out because the torn edges will blend with paint better than it will if you cut them. If you want to fussy cut them out, like this. Here's God and Adam. That's kind of cool too. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. God's got his arm around Eve over here. This is the creation. Okay, so I'm gonna, and then I also over here, guys, let me just go ahead and cut this in right there so I can fussy cut it easier. I have a little tray over here to put the, so I don't want to just leave this in the book because it'll fall out and get lost. So I'm gonna got a little tray over here so I can put them in a little bucket. All right, where'd they go? All right, where did God and Adam go? Oh my gosh, let's see. Here we go. So I think this would be good. That might be good. Let's see what else. Could do a comic book hero. If y'all have any questions or anything, put it in caps if you want to talk to me. I mean, any of them could be. There's this little boat right here with the little couple in there. That would be good too. I mean, it's just all fun, guys. It's all fun. Like these little circus characters. You saw my big collage that I did with the lemurs. My 3 painted lemurs, and then there's a circus going on all around the lemurs. And I am kind of looking at colors. Some of these are just black and white, but and of course there's the astronauts, and y'all know I love me. So I have that sticker book of space. But you do have to cut around. It does have the white Well, this one doesn't, but a lot of them have the white edge. They're not kiss cut. They have the little white edge, and that can be you might have to cut that off. But I love my outer space. I love my little astronauts. Maybe I should use. There's probably an astronaut smaller than that. Oh, there's one right there. I'm trying to use stuff out of this book. This is not a sticker book, Molly. This is the things to cut out and collage. Paula enabled me on this one. And you can get it on Amazon by Maria Rivens, Rivans. Over 1,500 images. I did a flip through an hour or so ago, but I'm kind of flipping through it again because I just want to see what I might want through it. Like this guy, this would be a cool. Now it's too big for the book I'm working, but look, you could have him like being pulled up out of the water. That would be good on a abandoned places book. Or look, a magnet. Oh my gosh, there's just so much you can, and these kind of books just inspire you. Or he could be swimming towards some food. Right. Or Adam and God. They're hungry. Let's see. And I love these robots and these little toys. I love these little toys. I'm just kind of imagining them while I'm flipping through. I'm imagining them in our little scene. Right? I'm imagining them in our little scene. We could put a bathtub in there. Just kind of looking. Let's see. There's a phone. I like the phone. But look, just if you have, and I tell you all this in the Society of Idea Collectors, a couple different ways to cue up your imagination is to make lists. So if you have 3 lists, people, places, and things. Under your list of people, it can be anything that could represent a person. It could be an animal. So anything that's a people, anything living, right? So this could be a people, anything, an animal, a bug, anything living can be your people. And your second column, make a list of places. Okay. And that can be anything, any place. It can be the desert. It could be the kitchen, it can be any place. And then the last list, well, actually, I like to have 4, but I'm going to use the 3, is things. So that could be anything. So if you have a person, place, and thing, your nouns, right? You have your person, place, and thing. And if you have them numbered, say 1 to 200 in each list, okay? And then randomly pick, 15, 75, and 90, person, place, or thing. Then you're going to already have a spark for your imagination. So you might end up with a scuba diver as a person. You might have the desert as a place, and a thing might be a vacuum cleaner. So in your imagination, think what kind of story you could invent with a vintage scuba diver in the desert with a vacuum cleaner. I've already got 3 stories in my head. Just mentioning those 3 things. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't have a lot of collage elements to start with to do a visual, at least do a sketch or the idea. Write it down, sketch it out, even if it's just stick figures. If it's just stick figures, and use your list, which, you can make hundreds and hundreds. The 4th list, I would say, would be an occupation. So you have a person, which can be anything living, a bug, a bird, an animal, a person. Anything living is your person. Person, place, and thing. And in the 4th column, make occupation. And trust me, there are hundreds, if not thousands of occupations. I've listed lists, pages of occupations. And if you combine those 4 things and a pencil in your hand and a piece of notebook or a composition book, You could write out or illustrate or doodle a story. I mean, it's just so, it's not hard. Or you can mind map, which we've talked about that too. I won't get into that now because we're already on 3 rabbit trails. We get on that 4th rabbit trail and it's hard to back that bus up. Do we have another curly? Oh my gosh. I know I got the curlies and what was the other one? I got them confused. So anyway, and Mary, I just saw Mary laughing about the curlies. Mary has taken the Society of Idea Collectors like to her whole new level. If you want to see the ideas, that I came up with the Society of Idea Collectors, although Jean named it SOIC, Society of Idea Collectors. If you want to see what can be done with ideas, Mary Autier has taken ideas and like a springboard, boing, 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 and dove right in. Just saying. Yeah, you like the rabbit children. So anyway, okay, you know what? And I know this is I think this is a French bulldog and not a pug up here, but I just thought because Paula's the one that inspired me to buy this book, I'm going to put this little French bulldog. It's not a pug. Paula has pugs, but look. All right, so now I'm going to fussy cut this guy out just so you can see. And when you fussy cut, first off, let me get the light back here. You want a small scissor, right? And then you want to move your item, whatever you're cutting out. Don't move your scissors. All you should be doing with your scissors is this. That's all you want to be doing with your scissors. Don't be doing this. No. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just trying to give you the best. What is the book again, Judy? It is The Extraordinary Things to Cut Out and Collage. Maria Rivens. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to move your piece that you're cutting out. Let's come over here. So you twist the piece and turn the piece you're cutting, not your scissors. And then when you get to the end where the scissors are almost closed, then just move the scissors up and you're just closing the scissors while you're turning the piece. Okay, so he's a little French bulldog. Because of the expression on his face. Hope I'm in camera. And the other tip I would give you when you're cutting something out, let me get right around his little paw a little better. When you're cutting something out that has like a negative space area, like you need to cut something out of the middle. Let's see if I can find something like that. Okay. So see the space here between his arm? Instead of trying to like poke in that and then cut in there, just cut along an edge. Cut along an edge to get in that space. Because when you glue that down, you're not going to be able to tell that you cut that apart, right? All right, so here's, look at the look on his face. So I think this might be good. Now you can just decide where you want to place him, right? And you could have him kind of tilt it over. I like that there. So I'm going to, and you can use a glue stick, but if you really want your stuff to stay, I'll just take like my Aleene's Tacky, or you can use your Elmer's glue. And what I do is I just put some on the back, and then don't leave your glue lumpy. You want to spread it out to the edges. If you leave your glues lumpy, it's going to look, you're going to be able to tell it's lumpy, right? And the nice thing about Aleene's Tacky is it rolls off your finger. You just keep doing this and it dries up and just rolls right off your finger. So it's very easy to use. Oh my gosh. Under so it looks like he's kind of floating through there, you know. But I mean, you can continue to add things, you know, like we could put the little ship down here, you know. Like I said, I think this guy needs to be in the on my cactus picture. You know, it was between him and him. So just all right. So I want to move on now. I'm going to put these over here in my little bucket here. I've cut things out, right? So as I cut pages out and stuff, eventually this whole book is going to be in that bucket. All right. So now I want to, let's just start another page. Again, this is not necessarily finished, but I want you to see. I want you to see how you can do, and then you can stamp. I did pull my bee stamps here. I got my bees, my hand carved bee stamps here. Maybe we'll put those on the next page just to show you. You can stamp. You can stamp words. Get out your letter stamps. Your let's see where do I have mine. I think it's in the other. Well, anyway, you can get out your. Well, here's some. Get out your stamps. Your letter stamps, and you can stamp all your own words. I'm trying to think of anything else, you know, anything, all your stuff, all your supplies. But the idea here is just to have a messy book. Let's go over here to this page. Let's go over here where this pink ribbon is. Again, let's see if I can kind of hold it down a little. Keep it open. And see how this paper is smaller than this paper. So I've got two sizes of paper in here. Okay. Hey, Colleen. I said hi to Flo. Cheryl. I said hi to Judy. I know I missed Jershti. Thank you, Jershti. Is that an Hindi name? Dishti Shadaha? I know I'm not. I know as I'm not saying it right. I know. But welcome. Welcome. Who else? I know I'm missing people. Thanks, everybody. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe this will be flowers with a bee. And it doesn't have to be in black. I like the black because it's permanent, but you know, I've got every color of distress inks and other things too. But let's see what we can do here to make this like maybe a flower garden with a bee. So we can find some, trust me, there's lots of flowers in this book. There's the cactus. I did mark the, like here, look. Like one of these pretty pink flowers. Look at these flowers here. These with the bee stamp. So let's just put some kind of green. Let's put green. Let's go with lime green. And of course the pink. And I'm trying to use my Jane. I'm trying to use these, right? And of course I'm using this white gesso because I want to use it up. And maybe we'll just go with those two colors. Instead of magenta, we're going with the pink. And I'm not using this again right now because we just use that. And by the way, it did work. The Master's Touch thick body acrylic paint did, the pencil did go over this, which I'm actually kind of surprised. All right. So let's see. Oh, and the other thing I want to try to do is more of the, like, let's take a moment to do this real quick. Where's that black? Where's that black? Didn't I have some black, or I just put it on my fingers? I want to do the, let's just put a daub over here because this is a separate thing I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to put some black over here just to kind of show you what I want to do. My idea. Well, it's not my idea. Well, my whatever design. If you want to find some cool designs to do this kind of thing, whether it's in watercolor, acrylic, or just designs with, like I'm going to use my markers, Posca and or Arteza, is CC Creations. CC Creations does watercolor like swatches and squares and circles, and she incorporates all these little dashes, dots, and swirls and all kinds of things. She incorporates those into her art, and she just seems so sweet, and just her art is so peaceful. But if you want some different kind of designs, you can always look everything up online, right? But if you want to be inspired by someone, Cece's Creations, I think that's right. Or is it Creations by Cece? One of the two. It's either Creations by Cece or Cece Creations. And her, and then again, the idea of putting all this fabric and junk in I got this inspiration from Tiff on Southern Gal Designs. So those are my inspirations. And Mary today. Those are my inspirations for today. So what you can do, I'm going to do it in white because it'll show up. But you can do this in colors. I should probably maybe pull another color, but with your paint markers. So Cece does like little swirl. She does everything. So I'm just thinking of a couple in my head. So she does little swirls, and then she has circles that she does in watercolor. And then after she watercolors them, then she goes in there and does little patterns on them. And they're so inspirational. And so you could do, you can do stripes. I'm just kind of showing, you could do these in color too, right? You can do bigger dots, and you can do small dots and bigger dots. So just so you can kind of get the idea, let's put one more up here, of how you can paint things. You can paint things and then go in here with your paint. Let's get a bright pink. Let me dig out. I'm digging through my and just see, now this is already looking like a fish to me. But you see how you can do things with your paint? Paint pens, and it could be a brush, it could be a paint, but you can do all kinds of things like this. Things flow, okay? Just to show you. But CC Creations or Creations by CC. If you want lots of patterns and stuff, go, she will so inspire you. But while I'm here, let's go ahead. And this is my most recent carved bee, this one here. Well, it's probably better if I do it down here. I picked out my 2 bees that I carved. And I did this in probably about 30 minutes. Did this about maybe 45, I don't remember. I did it pretty quick on my show. And I showed how to carve it, how to transfer a design, how to carve a design. Okay, so and it's on top of tape there, so it's on top of tape. And then okay, so use all your supplies. Do you have favorite colors? It depends on what it is. I like black because I like space. I like wearing black because it's a non-committal color. People go, why do you like to wear black? Is it slimming? Well, maybe it's slimming too, but that's not why I wear black. I wear black because, all right, let me ask y'all. When you put on a color, when you put on a yellow shirt, do you feel different than when you put on a red shirt? Or when you put on a patterned shirt? See, I don't like patterned clothes. I have some, and the shirt I have on has a pattern in it. But for the most part, I like solid colors because I like to, I know it's going to sound weird. I don't like the colors to influence me. I don't want to be influenced by the color that I'm wearing. So I like black and white, or one color with that, like maybe a pink shirt under a black and white, or, because colors will influence how you feel. The same thing for music. Everybody asked me, Hut didn't ask me this, but I didn't give him a chance. I didn't, poor Hut. I didn't give him a chance to ask me that many questions. I'm just going to be honest. But what kind of music do you like to listen to while you're working? And the answer is mostly, and I do every now and then, mostly I like music when I'm not doing anything. But when I'm working and arting and creating, I really don't like any music. I like it either quiet or I like a YouTube video rambling on in the background, watching one of you guys do a live show in the background. Music can be so, and it can be a good thing. Music can influence your thinking, your creativity, which, that's fine and good if you want to be influenced. But for me, I want to be influenced by my own imagination, right? So I usually don't listen to music. I like music like maybe when I'm walking or if you're exercising or, just chilling and listening to music. Like when I'm going through a Twitter feed, music is good when I'm just flipping through Twitter. Although, here's another thing. When I'm flipping through Twitter and I'm listening to music and a song just jumps out at me, I want to tweet it. And I've done that. I'll go find the YouTube version. I'll go find the YouTube version of the song and I'll tweet it. I'll go, isn't this a good song? You see what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So there's just yeah, I like streams in the background. It's just not, it's like company, because I'm in this room all the time. I'm by myself all the time. That's before the lock in. I was always by myself. So, you guys are my company. Okay. So, anyway, there we go. There's another little example. All right. So, let's go back over to this one. And let's see, I got the pink and the green and the white. So let's just start with, if you put down the white, it has something to kind of blend into. Now, my hands are a little dirty. I probably should have cleaned them a little. I'm going to have gray. I have gray here. Let me get a fresh baby wipe here. But Hut was a gracious host on his channel. He let me ramble. He let me ramble all I wanted. And again, if you don't follow the comic book Hut, go follow the Hut and go follow the Hut. And we're going to get him over 1,000 subbies. Get him over 1,000 subbies, and he'll start doing art again. Okay. All right. So there's some. Let's put a little more white. All right. So and it's going to stay wet for a minute, so you can kind of have a minute. So put some colors down. And now this is the fun part, see? Now we're going to have a little garden here. And I'm going to go right off the edge. I'm going to let it go onto the next page, right? Go right up in that. I'm going to have a little garden. Now I'm going to clean some of that off so I can get in here into the green. We're going to create a little garden down here. And what could be in our garden? It might be anything. Who knows what's going to grow in this garden? Okay. Now I think I want another green. Do I have another Jane Davenport green? I don't know if I have another. Let's see. Do I have an olive? Let's see. I don't really want to use golden. Is going to take away if I want to add any pencil, though. I don't think I'm going to add any pencil, so I'll put some of this because pencil won't go over this, right? Let's do a little landscape. We'll do a little landscape here and maybe have some flowers growing out. Okay, there's a little scratchy bit in there. So let's take the back of the brush here. Let's just do some sgraffito. I think that's what you call it. Sgraffito. All right. It's got some white up there. All right, let's dry this. That is cool, isn't it? Cat and paste. But I had fun doing the interview on his channel. And again, he does very honest comic book reviews. That Golden's is taking a minute to dry and it's shiny. So just so you can see how that Golden's is shiny? That means your pencils are not going to work over the top. But see how the Jane, but see how the Jane paints are not, they're flat, they're matte, there's no shine to them. So pencil will go over if that matters, if you want to use pencil, right? All right, so let's see what next. Let's put a bee in the bonnet. Let's put a bee up there. And then we're going to go through, I probably shouldn't put this bee in there yet because I don't know what I'm going to do down here collage wise, but we're going to roll with it. So I'm going to put one of my bees, my hand carved bee up here. Okay. Put that to the side. And then you could do, let's see, because one of his little legs got cut off when I was making him, or it just wore off because that bee's an older bee. He's an older bee. So let's get a Sharpie or a marker, a pit pen. Let's dig down here under the stacks. Let's get where's my pit pen? Doesn't really matter which one. I just need some kind of a pen to give him another little leg there because that one got a little cut off. So let's just, and if that happens, if you make a carving and something gets, cut off in your carving, just go in there and draw it back in. Hi, Devin. Hi, Jan. Anybody else missing? I missed. All right, so now let's see what I want to do here. Let's go back over here to our book. Let's see here what kind of flowers. Do I want pink? Do I want green? Oh, I actually like this one. See, this is where it's best to put a thing under it. Where's my cutting mat? I guess I should do that, but put a cutting mat under here. Take your X-Acto knife and cut it out. But because I'm not doing that, just work my way up to that flower that I want. So I like this one. Do I want another one? Let's cut this one out first. So now I'm going to go into my little cutting scissors here. And then we can, and again, if you don't know what to start with, if you don't know how to, use the imagination to build a story, then do a person, place, and thing. We got our place. Actually, we got a person because it's something living, and that could be this plant too. And then things. So, if you do a person, place, and let's find something quirky, we'll find something quirky and make it like this bee is going to come try to land on this flower. What is stopping him? What is preventing him from getting to this flower? Make this book fun. Make this book not about serious. Make this book just like my little mini composition books where you just can put anything in there. Make this book kind of like that. So hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy, starting to get out of your house some if you've been locked in. Hopefully you're getting out and getting some fresh air, which is the best thing in the world. Get out on a walk, get out in some sunshine. Okay, so here's an example of a little negative space thing in there. See, there's a little area right there. And I've seen people just kind of stab that and try to snip in there. Don't go in there and snip. You don't need to go in there and snip. All you have to do is find an area that you can cut into and cut right over to it. And then you can cut it out just like you would anything else. And you're not going to see it. When you glue that back on, or when you glue this down, you're not going to see where you cut through something, right? There we go. Oh, thank you, Picola. Yeah. So maybe we'll have this in here. And this almost looks like a walking person, doesn't it? It almost could needs a little, almost could use a head. Let's see what kind of heads we have. That could be, I hear you out there, baby. There's the scream. That might, look at that. Oh, look how that accidentally gave me legs. Look at that right there. That little robot guy, look. A little walking some kind of walking creature. And then look at this guy right here. He looks like he's going to be on the defense here. Maybe a little rocket in the sky. No, I don't want red. I don't want all, well, no, I don't want all that red. Because I'm kind of trying to go for the pink card and look, but look. I do like this though. I do like this. With the little legs. We'll see. All right, so I was trying to I was trying to do a peaceful garden, but you know, let's see. Oh, wait. Look at this. Okay. They're so funny. You can build such funny things. All right, look, let's watch this. Let's make it, should we do it creepy cool? We'll do it creepy cool. I'm not looking at chat while I'm cutting this. So, how many of y'all have ordered this book now? Now, some of y'all have. When Paula showed it, I ordered it right away. And you know, it is fussy cutting if you don't paint them in. But it's not bad to do it every now and then, just fussy cut. Kind of chill, really. You'll see what I do with the extra scraps. Fling. But hang on. My cat's out there wanting in. Okay, so there's a little, she's like in the garden there. It doesn't have to be this. This is kind of dark, actually. I might want something a little lighter. But you look, you can just start to combine things, right? To build a story. You could add one of the smaller flowers in her hand. Well, I was thinking more, we could do that, but I'm thinking more like, yeah, something really, well, let's move this up here so you can look with me. You know, she could have these little acrobats on her peach there. What about look at that stack right there of acrobats. Or this little girl right here who's a little acrobat. She has green in her clothes. Uh-oh, let's don't cut her little foot off. There's just so much you can do. And when you have a full book like this right in front of you that you can flip through, you can just, combine things mentally and or cut them out and just mix and match until you find something you like. Give it a little flip there. Get rid of that extra. I don't want to cut her little foot off there. Very tiny. But I'm thinking something like this. She's balancing on that peach, right? This is just a little dark, but it's okay. Kind of takes away from her. It needs more, maybe just a pink flower there or something. I like the green, but it's the red. It's the red that's throwing me. I need some. Let me see what else. Let me go over to the flowers. Let me find a nice light pink or something, or a white one. There's a white one there. That might be good. Okay, let's try this one. Hang on. Just going to tear it out here. We all good in the chat, guys? Still clutching the velvet rope. Dee Dee, did you see the book on skulls and anatomy on Amazon? I think I have that one. I think I have the ones that was kind of I got a couple of the vault ones. If you buy a vault book, let me see if I can put my hands on right. If you buy a vault book, see, I like that pink better. Let me just tack that down real quick. You can get the digital download of the whole book when you buy a vault book. All right, so here's what it looks like: red. And look, I'm going to put a pink flower on there. And so now when that's there, see, it just looks better with the pink. Let's see. I know, I love this book. Let me see what I do with them. Where'd I put them? Hang on. All right, I'm not seeing where I put them. I just had them out the other day. The vault book, there's the skull one. And there's also the other one I got that, has a creepy kind of, oh, wait, here we go. So I have these two. I've had these for a while. Well, this one more, I got this one maybe about a month or two ago. This one I've had for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, this has got all skulls and anatomy. And then this one is cut and collage. And some of this is kind of creepy. But see how it says download included? So it's the vault. If it has the vault on it, then you can get the digi download. Right? The digi download to go with it. So you can print them out yourself. But y'all know how I am about that. This is double-sided, so I might think about at least taking I have it in my computer because it's double-sided. You kind of want to have both sides. But this book, that's one of the nice things about this book, is it is one-sided. So you don't have to worry about cutting out things. All right, but now that I flip to the mushrooms, let's see, I kind of like that right there. She does kind of look like Lucy, doesn't she? I love Lucy. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to just go for it unless you really know what that you really want to do your collage because, you want to make sure you have your scene set. But I'm trying to kind of do a few things here for you guys. So I'm rolling with it. So I'm going to want that right about there. So let's put the little acrobat right there, and then I'll build down around that. Okay. And I'm using Eileen's tacky because it's sturdier than a glue stick. But you could use a glue stick too, depending on what kind of paint and stuff you have on there. Okay. All right, so let's glue her down. Then we'll go to another. We'll paint one or two pages just because I want to show you, just to put something down. Put something down on your page and build on it. You can always come back and add more. Or you can even just paint over something, right? You can just paint over it. All right, so I'm just putting it on there. Don't leave your glue lumpy and don't leave it like that. Don't glue it down like that because what you'll have is lumpy, bumpy stuff coming through. Yeah, big mushroom. That's what I'm thinking somewhere in here, a mushroom, but we'll see. You want to take more time. I'm kind of rushing through this, but take your time. Let me hold that up. Isn't that fun? Look at the look on Lucy's face. So again, what I did is I went through this whole journal and just glued some. I put some paint down. I put some tape down. I just put some fabrics and some ribbons and stuff along the edges. Look, not neat at all. Tape and just made it so that you're not so precious with it, right? And if I'm telling you, you think this is like quick and messy, go watch Tiff. Go watch Southern Gal Designs Tiff. And I mean, she's slapping there. I mean, she just slaps things. It's fun to watch her. She's no fear. I'm telling you. And she has a great, real, true Southern accent. And she's just fun. So go follow Tiff, Southern Gal Design. So you can kind of see where we're going. And look, this is just a big hunking thing of ribbon. But look when you close it. Look how cool that looks. Right? Isn't that fun? So I don't do many junky, um, dimensional, if you will, kind of thing because I like to work flat so I can work on the next page. But you can always just put something there, a piece of cardboard or something, chipboard if you want it. If you want to put pressure on something and you want it to be flat. But this is all about the junk. All right. Oh, we're going to put a mushroom on here. Let's see here. I don't know that it needs it. Any kind of maybe want it like a in her hair. But if I put that in her head, it's too much just like this. So you got this flower at an angle. Then if I put a mushroom in her head at that angle, it's too much like a tangent thing going on. But let's see, maybe maybe just a little mushroom in the ground or two. Let's see. Now we have to have three. Let's get this one, and maybe this one here. Just these little mushrooms down here. So real quick. So we'll probably be here about 15 more minutes. Hubster and I got some things to do after lunch. I got to run the post office. I put together a little thank you package for the Hut for having me on his show. So I'm going to go mail that. And what else did I have to do? I had to go to the store for something. Oh, Hupster needs a new belt for work. And so I'm going to go find that. Of course, we can order stuff online, but now that things are opening up, I want to support the stores that are opening up. And like my bookstore, Books a Million is opened up. I got to support, I got to support Books a Million. I don't think Barnes and Noble, my Barnes and Noble's not real close. My favorite Barnes and Noble around here is up by where Denise lives, but I don't think Barnes and Nobles have opened back up yet. And here's my theory. This is just me. I could be totally wrong. But when I think, if I'm not mistaken, Barnes and Noble was bought out by a British company. And I'm thinking they're not opening up till UK opens up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that has nothing to do with it. But I'm thinking, if it's British owned now, are they not going to open up till the UK opens up? And I don't even know how much the UK's opened up. I haven't kept up with that either. Maybe one of you here. Where's Dot? Dot's not here. Or who else is here from the UK? So anyway, I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. But my Books a Million's open, and it's just like 5 miles from my house. So, we got to support them. We got to support those bookstores. I support Amazon enough. You got to support your locals too, right? So we have a few errands to run this afternoon. So, all right. So I cut out these 3 little mushrooms. So let's see, how do I want them here? Maybe this one over here. Maybe one right there. No, that's 2. Let's see, maybe this one. Maybe these 2 over there. What do you think? How's that look? Or do you think we need them? Do we need all those? I mean, I have to have either 1 or 3. 1 or 3. What do y'all think? How's that look? This one is so white, it's bothering me. I might have to knock that back. Do y'all like the mushrooms? You like the mushrooms? All right, we're gluing the mushrooms. Should I show them the picture of Boo? That you know which picture I'm talking about. Should I show Boo in the shark picture? Janet, is Janet still here? Did I say hi to you, Julie Topaz? Happy fabulous Friday. Should I show that one, Janet? I'm gonna wait for Janet. That's me. You like the mushroom? Bye, Cindy. All right. If Janet's not here, I might wait till next week if she doesn't answer me. Okay, so what do y'all think? You like the little mushrooms? So we did that one. And we did, I just showed some like CC design ideas there. Where's the other little one we did? See, then you get to go through it. You get to go through your book and hunt things up. Like, where is that one? Where's that one we did? This is fun, just looking through, getting more ideas. There's some more. And again, if you just have some leftover paint, scrape it off on your hands. See, this to me looks like a door. I can see all kinds of things. Here we go. There's the other one we did. I just love that. Yeah, I have a picture that Boo sent me. She was able to go to the beach. Should I? I want to wait. I'll wait and see. I don't know if I should show it or not. Anyway, and then this is some what do you call it? Stencil. So I stenciled that, and then hi, Lady Jan, and then I just went in there with the Posca and did some little dots on top. So again, this is just a whole bunch of whatever. Okay, so like look at this piece of fabric here, like these colors. So let's kind of roll with these colors. Okay. And I mean, this little guy, this could work. Right? Look. All right, I'm going to roll with this little guy here. I mean, I'll put paint first, but I'm going to go ahead and cut him out. I have a great picture of Boo, but I don't know if I want to show it yet. We'll see. That's why I was asking Janet what she thought, because I showed it to Janet already. All right. Cut out our little astronaut guy here. Probably need a spaceship in the sky. It's like, you know, it's some kind of a floral thing, but it's big, it's giant. It's kind of like, you know, a giant world. Or it could be like the attack of the killer tomatoes. Oh, I love that. I love that. And speaking of this Saturday night, y'all know I watched Svengoolie Saturday nights. Svengoolie. Svengoolie this Saturday night is the Gargoyles. Y'all know I did a gargoyle from the movie The Gargoyles. One of my monsters my way, movie Monsters My Way for Inktober was the gargoyle. And it kind of is a crazy thing. It's from the 70s. I think the movie was made in the 70s. But anyway, Svengoolie is our Saturday night, you know, creepy movie host, you know, the cheesy guy that does the cheese. You know, they're not all cheesy, but I mean, like, you know, a lot of the movies are real cheesy. So they're not as cheesy as Mystery Science 3000. Hi, Jill. So anyway, I like this little guy, and he's going to be like right around there. So I'll have to put some other things in here. We'll paint that in. But look at that. See? Isn't that working? Isn't that working for you? That's working for me. So let's see. Let's find some olive green. I don't have olive green in Jane Davenport, but in this other giant, you know, one of these giant mushrooms. Maybe this one. This one's going to be too big. I think it won't fit on the page. This one might work. Okay, so hang on. Again, a craft knife and your cutting mat underneath, just to at least get it cut out, you know, especially since I'm trying not to turn the book on camera. It is a little tricky cutting around these on camera here. Okay. All right. Let's go back to my little cutting scissors. These are better for cutting. We'll do this and we'll slap some paint on it, and then we'll probably head out. So I hope y'all enjoy the little impromptu for a couple hours. I don't think, Pacola, have you noticed any buffering, or Julie? I think Janet went to take a nap. I'll tease her about it later. I haven't seen any signs of your connection is unstable. How's the buff been? And of course, I am on Lappy, guys. I am on Lappy. And I am in my squeaky chair every time I lean one way or the other, but it's the most comfortable chair in the house, and I don't care if it squeaks. Hi, Faithfulness. You buffered a little only once. Okay, good. All right. All right. So yeah, we're doing a little mixed media junk journal, Faithful Mess, with our new this book here, Things to Cut Out in Collage. And I still have one of Faithful Mess's books to give away. One of the other collage books, Should I try to do a giveaway today? Are the mods up for it? Picola, Julie, are y'all up for a giveaway? If I did a giveaway, I could probably get it. Well, as long as whoever won messaged me their address like immediately, because I'm going to the post office as soon as I leave here, or right after lunch. So, see, this will be good. Maybe another little mushroom like around him or on his head there. Okay, so we're going with that because see, he would look good under the. He'd look good under the mushroom like that, right? See, he's like taking cover under the mushroom. I have to build a whole world on this one. This is a whole world building scheme right here, y'all. What did Ashley say? I didn't see Julie's answer. We have over 200 people here. What do you think? Can we do a giveaway, Julie? Book giveaway is for, yes, it is for US only. Yes. If you are out of the country and you're free to participate in the giveaway, but if you win and you're out of country, it's going to have to be an art print. You know, I'll send you an art print or two because I can't send books international. And half the people aren't even getting their mail anyway. I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that Lena gets the folded up Roadrunner painting I did a couple weeks ago. So, because I don't even think she's getting any mail. Okay, so here's the book. Let me get it. So this is one of the books that Faithful Mess sent a while back. I already gave away one or two of these already. And so I have another one here. And since we're doing collage, now listen to the rules, people. I was going to say baby. Baby, listen to the rules. Baby, listen to the rules. Okay, so when I type in go, you're going to put in one number between 1 and 100. Doesn't matter if there's 200 people here because it's the first person closest without going, oh, what's that light? What happened to that light? My light went out there. What happened there? Maybe it just, there it goes. You're going to put in one number between 1 and 100. The first person closest without going over. I'll send you this book. One number only. One number only. And if you're international, then I will send you an art print or two. But I can't send books international. It's too expensive with the lockdowns all over. Who knows? We're taking, you know. So, yeah. All right. So here, when I type in go, let me get a piece of thing. Let me get over. Hang on. I got to reach over here for a Sharpie somewhere. One number only. And I'll go into random.org to pick. And mods, all the mods, anybody here can participate. All right, there we go. Now you can go. One number only between 1 and 100. Okay, and I'll be digging out random.org while y'all are putting in numbers. Okay, one number only. I hear my cats out there probably tearing up the house because I won't let them in. Okay, so I got my random.org. We got between 1 and 100. And I'll generate a number as soon as everybody puts their number in. And if your number, let me show. We'll make sure all your numbers show. Only one number, guys. One number only. Okay, so we'll do that as soon as y'all get putting in your numbers. Since we're not buffering and we seem to be doing stable connection today. Okay. Okay, I'm going to count down. Get your numbers in. Get them in, people. I'm going to count down. And once I put in stop, no more numbers count. So don't dilly-dally. Don't dilly-dally. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, no more numbers. Here we go. Okay, between 1 and 100, 79. The person closest to 79 without going over. Without going over. 79. And I'll do a little flip while the mods are looking for the number whoever's closest to 79 without going over. So it's a book on collage, and this woman shows how she does her collage, and then she gives you literal step by step. Look, she gives you a step by step how to do these projects. So you're not left in the dark here. So you cut out these images and you build the little project there, right? Okay, I'm waiting for the mods. Oh, I know. Aren't they Faithful Mess? And thank you, Faithful Mess, for sending this. She sent us these and some other books. So, yeah, so you can see I still have that other fairy forest book to give away too. We'll just do this one today. All right, so let's see. Kelly S with 78. Okay, Kelly S. Kelly S, are you in the States? First, let's ask that. Kelly S, are you in the States? Let's get an answer. 78. Hi, Janet. Janet, I wanted to ask you, should I show that picture of Boo? Should I show that picture of Boo, Janet? I was waiting to get your opinion. Oh, you're still... Okay, so let's see. Oh, you're in Australia. Okay, so Kelly, I'm going to have to send you some prints. Okay, so I'm going to send you a couple. I'll send you 2 of my prints, Kelly. I can't send books to Oz, but that's okay. All right, so is it too late to go back and look at the next person, Julie? Who's the next person? Show Boo's the best. Okay. Who is the next person closest? I'm going to send you 2 of my prints, Kelly, in Australia. The next person closest will get the book in the US. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you 2 of my prints. Send me your address, Kelly. Here's my email. Here's my email. Okay. Lolo Blue. Lolo Blue, are you in the US, Lolo? Lolo Blue had 77. Had 77. Okay, everybody's saying Lolo Blue. You're not in the US either. All right. I don't know what to do, guys. Lolo, if you send me your address, I will send you a print. Should I keep going? Should I keep going till we get someone in the US? That's okay. Lolo Blue, email me and I will send you a print. I got it down. I don't mind sending prints out to you guys. That's okay. Lolo, email me and I will send you a print. I'm trying to give away this book. Okay. Now we're probably too far back. All right. So here's what we're going to do. All right. Here's what we're going to do to give the book away. I've already given away 2 things. I've given away 2 things to international. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask y'all to put in another number between 1 and 100, only if you're in the US. Okay. Because I already gave some internationals. So US only 1 to 100. Till I type in go. When you see go, if you just only if you're in the States, okay? Because I gave away two print, or well, I'll probably send them each 2 prints each. Okay, so US only. Ready? There we go. Go. Just to US. I will show Boo in just a minute, Janet. Okay, so US only, put in a number between 1 and 100. I'm trying to be fair because trust me, guys, I love to send to anyone around the world, but it's gotten too crazy in shipping cost and lockdowns and everything. So I really can't ship books international. Okay, but I can send my prints. I can send regular, envelope mail, which is what I'll do for Lolo and Kelly S in Australia and UK. Okay. All right, everybody get them in because I'm going to count down. So hurry up. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Put in a number between 1 and 100 if you're in the US. 2, 1. Stop. Okay. So we're going to do another random.org. We're going to do another one. Hang on. All right, here we go. The last number was 79. We're going to generate a new number. Here we go. 16. The person closest to 16 without going over. Do we have a troll? Okay, so 16. Closest to 16 without going over. We'll give the mods a minute. I'll find that picture of Boo. Okay, let me go to my photos. All right, I'll let my mods go dig through that. Let's see. Hang on, let me find it. I know I saved it in my photos. So I sent it to Janet. Maybe I saved it on the iPad. I haven't clouded yet. All right, let me go back over there. Let me go to my... Hang on. All right. All right, so who got it? Janice? Wait a minute. Janice? Artful Dabbler said, JL Janice? Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking. We got so many, we got a bunch of trolls, so let's wait here. I'm trying to go. Which Janice got it? Lynn J, I need your address. Janice Johnson? Okay. I think I'm sure I have your address, Janice, but if you don't mind, send it to me again. If you don't mind. There you go. Janice. Send me your address, Janice Johnson. And Lynn J, you won an art card a couple weeks ago, and I cannot find your address. Okay, so Janice Johnson, send me your address, and I'll send this out to you. And Lolo Blue and Kelly S in Australia and UK, I'll send you art prints. And Lynn J, I need your address because you won an art card a couple weeks ago. Okay, now I was looking for Boo. Wait a minute. I'm trying to do 5 things. Hang on, there it is. Okay, whoops. Hang on. Okay, so my granddaughter went deep sea fishing in an area that is not on lockdown. Just saying, let me make that clear. And here's the picture she sent. She caught a shark. She's giving it a kiss. She's holding the shark. So there's Boo with the shark. And so, of course, I let it go, but it's like a baby shark. Look. I love that picture. Oh, my gosh. I love that picture. So, yeah. I know, right? Jan goes, that's a real girl. I know. Isn't that a great picture? Yeah, thank you, Faithfulness, for sending the books. And thanks, guys, for your patience on the giveaway. I love doing giveaways, but, doing international is a little bit of a pain right now. And plus the rates, everything just went way high on even book rates and stuff. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kelly S. and Lolo. I'll send y'all each a couple of my prints. So you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, we didn't get to finishing this. I think what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to tack this down. I'm not getting any more painting done, but I think I'm just going to put a little bit of just a little glue stick here. But I think I want him, I really want, well, I don't know. See, maybe it does need to be here. I want him, because I want him like trying to touch that flower right there. So I kind of want him under the mushroom, but like reaching for that flower, something like that is kind of where I wanted to go. But that means I'm gonna have to do a whole nother world over here with mushrooms, because this really needs to be over there, a big mushroom. But isn't that cool? Now it's not gonna fit there, so I'm gonna have to fold it or something. Okay, so there we go. We'll work it out. So I hope y'all enjoyed just seeing a little bit of junk journal, seeing some new collage stuff. And thanks, Paula, for enabling me on this book. Thank Tiff from Southern Gal Design for inspiring me to add fabric, and Mary and Tiff. They both inspired me to add fabric to this journal. And CC Creations, or Creations by CC, for if y'all want pattern designs and things like that in watercolor. So thanks, guys. Don't forget to go sub to the Hut, the comic book Hut, who interviewed me Wednesday night. Go watch that interview, guys. Go watch the interview on Wednesday night on the comic book Hut. And he's almost at 1,000. Once he gets over 1,000 subbies, he's going to start doing, hopefully, fingers crossed, start doing art himself again on his channel. So we have any questions or anything before we go? You're welcome, guys. Thanks we've been here over 3 hours. Don't forget that sometimes it can take YouTube an hour or so to fully render the full 3 hours with the live chat. It can take an hour or so. So if you go watch this replay now, it's probably going to be cut right into the middle. So give it a while to render. And if you want to read the chat back. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay healthy, stay free. Bye, guys.